Get started, homie.
I know. That's so cool.
My name is Spencer, and this is my story. The story of how FPV saved my life. On October 17th, 2016, after a long run of drug addiction and mental health issues, I attempted suicide in the form of a drug overdose. My wife found me unconscious and rushed me to the hospital, where I was resuscitated several times and stabilized for days. When I came around, I was confused and unsure of how my life would look moving forward. As 2017 began, I was struggling to find something to bring purpose to my life. I play a lot of video games. I tried to get back into old hobbies. Everything I did reminded me of my life before, the one riddled with drugs and depression. And this went on for most of last year. Sometime in September, I stumbled across FPV drone racing while watching YouTube. I was drawn in by the fast-paced action and the sensation of flying. After looking deeper into this awesome new hobby, I saw a video titled FPV Drone Racing for under $300. I bought everything on the list and started practicing on a simulator while I waited for my eSheen Wizard X220 to arrive in the mail. I flew every day, recharging one battery between flights. I was instantly hooked. I found what I was looking for, something to keep my attention, a creative outlet. I was content, and I didn't think it could get any better. And that's when I met my first friend in the hobby. I didn't know that there was anyone in my town that was flying these things because I had shut down all of my social media accounts in October 2016 after leaving the hospital. No Facebook, no Twitter, no Instagram, no Snapchat. So I didn't know that there was anyone else in Grand Junction that flew RC quads. So I searched YouTube, and that's when I found Chris. Mr. Westside FPV. I dropped my phone number and a comment on one of his videos, and I received a text shortly after. When we met, I was nervous, and that's because I don't ever like feeling like the noob. But Chris never made it about that. He was just super willing to share whatever he could. Skills, tools, parts, whatever. He just wanted to make it fun and get another drone up in the air. Fast forward a year. October 2018, I have so many friends based around this hobby that I have met through Chris. People that share my interest in these awesome little flying machines. I feel a part of something, and I now can contribute spare parts, tools, skills to help others. Because at the end of the day, it really is just people helping people, but it's based around an awesome, adrenaline-packed, addicting hobby.
my lips brush. I feel the moment as it slips. Or with the sound of the beat that's in your soul. Just let the music take control.
My name is Chris. Because our stories are so similar in this project, I discovered FPV 2 years ago and instantly fell in love with flying these amazing toys in unreal locations and putting together edits to share with the community. Because at the end of the day, this hobby is great because of the people. Spencer and I are not alone in this either. I've met so many people and their stories are always similar. FPV is about the community and we welcome everyone. So get out there, find a local flying club, and come see for yourself how drones save lives.
We have none of the drones tonight.
Yeah, you're like,
Whoa.
Chad, you're starting to look like
Those are the wheels
and
falling off,
cocky.
yeah. All right, we're
ready, guys?
Let's do this. Leroy!
Everybody just ready.
Oh my god. Jesus. I wonder what that sounded like. Well, the internet here in my area apparently is dying, and we're not sure what's going to happen. So, I don't know. Wish us luck. Anyways, before we get going,
can you understand us?
Yeah, can you even hear me? Before we get going, shout out TV, and I'm just gonna cut into the Zoom, and we're gonna see what happens. So, yeet, yeet. Here, let's just see. I don't know. Shibano. Here we go. We're yeeting now. So it's telling my internet connection's unstable and my OBS is dropping frames like a bad habit. So,
you think?
Yeah.
Is that what's happening?
I could hear the audio decent on YouTube.
Well,
audio.
Demons asked if you tried unplugging it and plugging it back in again.
Unfortunately, you can't do that.
To do it to the router. He decided the stream was more important.
It's not my router to unplug.
What up, everybody?
Oh, you know what up?
It's Chop Suey.
Yeah.
El Chapo.
El Chapo. I mean, I don't know. If it doesn't work, we might just have to pull it and wait and reschedule. I don't know today.
In the chat, can you guys hear us at all? Or
Can you guys
if
hear
y'all
us
can
at
hear
least?
us,
Because
we can go on, but if this audio bukkake as well, then we might.
this is DJI FPV. That's about it.
Yeah.
All the latencies.
Yeah, and none of the frames apparently. Yeah, I mean it's bad. I did a connection test and it's bad. So, and if I knock out, I mean, yeah, I don't know what else. I don't know what we can do, to be honest.
I feel like the audio is good. I mean, my shit was still trying to catch up, so it was on like double speed. But
what the dust?
It's bit the dust. It's odd.
Somebody said earlier that Chad's internet was hooked up through a grandfather clock.
that could be true.
Hey, let me just put this out here. We don't. 99.9% of the streams, this does not happen. So y'all can bite me right now. All right. How do you want to?
If I can.
Just has to be this one.
It has to
right?
be this one, right?
Your router's like, fuck.
I'm gonna do something really dumb.
I just died. So there's that.
Well,
All right, let's see what happens.
You like our new format?
You like our new format? Oh, hey.
We're here, then we're gone. We're gone, then we're here.
It's going right back to shit, bro.
Yeah, man. It's we may need to cut it and either try to come back in, you restart, pull everything, and or let's call it reschedule. If we,
I would rather. I mean,
change your DNS to Google.
Come on now.
I've had to do that in instances where I couldn't get in games to connect through my bullshit ISP.
Do I actually need to put my glasses on?
Yes, I will. This is
change your
shit out of this, bro.
You're gonna have to do something.
Bro, I've been running alternate DNSs for fucking since y'all was in diapers, okay? Shit.
Well, damn. That's a business face, everybody. If you're catching it, I'm not sure. You might be.
I'm just trying to see what the hell's going on.
I think it's just interwebs.
Coming in and out.
This is a simulator of DJI breakup and latency.
This was planned. I don't know. It's looking almost better now. I don't want to jinx this.
Don't say that shit. Just go into it like a bro. Come on.
Oh shit!
Hey, so everybody, we've got the
motherfucking DroneCo here.
On. What up, fellas?
We're here.
as here as we can get.
She broke. As here as we get. It actually. All right. Hopefully, we'll see what happens. It seems to be stabilizing.
Yep, it looks good on my end too. So, well, thanks for having us, guys.
So we can rewatch the videos, the intro videos at the end, if you're still here. All right. Hopefully, God willing, we can get on with it. What up, chat? How the fuck y'all doing tonight?
Yeah. Thanks everybody for hanging out through the
through the chaos. That was crazy.
It's interesting, 2022.
Such is the life of the streamer. There's always going to be a problem some nights.
Yeah.
Oh well, look, we're still here. But thank you guys for hanging out through that. So fuck yeah.
It's because of that of the donut. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is the donut models. Dude, I ain't gonna lie, I actually ran in and turned off my desktop because I was like, what could be taking up the bandwidth? I'm like running in through the house, fucking like a bat out of hell, fucking trying to turn shit off. What up?
A laptop sitting outside your house, taking all your fucking network.
Just running OBS for no reason just streaming it.
Yeah, the other it was downloading more donuts from Blender.
Yeah, dude, it's all like donuts, bro.
It's the fucking donuts. All right. Well, holy shit. Let me move this thing. That was chaotic. I was just sitting here the whole time going, what the fuck? What the fuck is wrong?
Like you said, it's good 99% of the time.
60% of the time, it's good 99%.
Yeah,
of the time.
60% of the time, it's fucking good 100% of the time.
I wasn't entirely sure it was coming back. I mean, it was real bad.
It was pretty bad for a
touchy,
minute,
dude.
yeah.
Touchy. But I'm glad it did. Looks like we're doing good so far.
My dial-up subscription's running low, bro. I'm sorry.
AOL's just not connecting them the same way as it used to.
You've got mail.
Almost.
He's trimming his beard. Tech had a family emergency. That's all I'm going to say. Reach out to him. He's yeah, he'll be here. He might be here in chat tonight. We'll see. So,
yeah, shout out to Techless.
Shout out to Techless. Yes, most def. Send all your love. We send it nice. Well, son of a bitch, I'm totally derailed right now, and so I don't know what to.
Just a little bit.
I don't know what to do anymore.
Well, let's get to the boys. What's been up with DroneCo? How are you boys doing tonight, man? For the 12th time.
Good. Thanks for having us.
Oh, brother, thank you guys for coming in. Hey, speaking of, isn't this the first time you guys have been like all three together as DroneCo, like on a stream?
I do believe so.
Interview style?
Oh, absolutely.
So. Yeah.
That's fucking awesome. Thank y'all for doing it fucking here first, dude.
Yeah, this is awesome.
We've seen all you guys kind of individually, but getting y'all all together, like, especially with Spoonie over here, is a gem.
Well, we were just patiently waiting for me to come around and win an MDC so that we can do this as a team.
Do it properly.
Hell yeah. $3 million fucking GoPro winners, dude. They've got all the GoPro awards.
All the MDCs.
All from the last
John, do you have
4
your
years, right? It's the last 4 years.
Yep.
Yeah.
You guys kill it, man. Seriously.
Since they started doing it.
That's fucking insane. So,
how did that feel? You're like, what was going through your mind when you were waiting to find out?
Everything.
The waiting is the worst, dude.
Oh my god, it's like purgatory. It's like I don't know how it's never ending.
So let's for anybody who doesn't know in the chat, let's give them a little backstory. All three of the boys here have won at least $1 million GoPro challenge. John, you has won two.
Oh shit!
Holy fucking shit! So
he's a bad motherfucker.
So what's that process
Look
like?
At that fucking beard, you know he is.
What's that process like? Like as far as like for people to enter, like how do you enter, and like what was your thoughts going into that? Like, especially the first, John, especially you, the first
take
year.
Take it away, John. Yeah,
like the first year. Like, what was the deal like? Like, how did it work out?
Man, I don't like the first year. I just was out having fun and flying with people that I had met just barely, and got a couple shots, and one of them I really liked, and I'd heard about the challenge.
So it wasn't like planned.
Yeah.
So the first one was kind of spur of the moment.
I was just doing different things with different people flying and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But it was like, just some small kind of thing. I didn't even know that. They didn't really give you a time, so I just got an email that I'd won, and I was like, oh shit, I gotta go check this out.
So did they tell you were being considered before then? Like, did you get a heads up, or was it like you submitted and then
they'd asked for like the raw footage of it so that they could check it out and make sure that it was whatever and have what they needed to make their stuff.
Uh-huh.
They had asked for that, but I think, I wasn't sure what was going on with it. But yeah, they review your stuff, and if then they get the raws, and they like what they like, then they'll put it in.
We'll use it.
That's fucking awesome.
So the first year that John won, Chris and I had just won the Drones Changed My Life challenge that Stu put on, and we were super stoked. We just won. We got the good news, and Stu was playing the video and all that, and John was like, yeah, hell yeah, guys, congrats. And at some point he says something, I'm just waiting to hear back on this thing. and then we find out this thing is this GoPro $1 Million challenge. Is the first I had heard of it was when John said that he had won. And I was like, what? And I did just like everybody else. I asked, you won $1 million? And he was like, no, this is how it works. And for me in that moment was like, that's top goal number one in FPV. Get the shot that GoPro wants. I mean, we use their cameras. Most of these drones are built around a GoPro camera. So like that's goal number one. And yeah, so it was a trip. And then for Chris to win the second one, I don't know. We went out the same day, he and I, to go chase dirt bikes. But I remember Chris was like, "That's the shot, dude. I got the shot." I remember.
and so like when you guys are going after them now, have you you guys? I mean, I noticed a lot of the shots tend to, you know, obviously feature another GoPro in the shot. You think that's like one of the big keys?
Feature another actual camera.
Yeah, like a lot of the shots I've seen another GoPro in the shot. Is that?
Well, I don't know that I've ever seen. Well, I guess I don't know. The one that Chris won, Ryan had one on his helmet, didn't he?
Yep.
Right.
Yeah. He did.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess a lot of them you can see another camera in the shot.
Yeah, I don't know that I noticed that as being like a feature.
I'm curious.
I followed you guys since at least as, you know, a few years now, since I feel like you guys, before you got this all developed into DroneCo and before you guys got into that, being the $1 million fucking rich dudes you are now. But dude, watching you guys do that and seeing that happen.
Let's just clarify, you don't win $1 million.
None of us are millionaires.
They're fucking millionaires. Don't let them lie to you, dude.
No, none of us.
They're sponsored by GoPro. They pay for everything. This stream right now is sponsored by GoPro. Don't let them
so it was kind of a trip, because after John won, after John won, we were like, this is crazy. I wonder if they're going to do it every year. And John's like, for sure, I think they're going to do this like regular. And the Hero 8 dropped, and we were like, we hear the news, yeah, they're going to do this thing again. And we were all like, it's MDC season. Like, that's when we coined the term MDC season. New camera drops, you've got till December to get your shots in. And we went out and we hit it hard, and Chris won the second year, and we went out again and celebrated, and now it was awesome. Chris and John both won. And then I kept saying, now it's my turn. I got to get this. And so the third year came around, and I learned a valuable lesson the third year.
We all did.
I think I didn't want to speak for everyone, but I feel like I can safely say I can speak for everyone when we all learned a very valuable lesson. When John and Chris won, one of the first stages is that GoPro reaches out to you and says, hey, can we get the raw footage? We'd like to make sure, you know, for one, like John said, to make sure it's shot on the right camera, they get all the metadata, and then also to make sure that they can use your footage and fix it the way that they want to and make it look good.
Right.
And so, one of the first steps is they reach out and they ask for that footage. And then they ask you to sign if there's anything, you know, anybody else in the shot, to have them sign this release.
Right.
And all of that. So the third year, I submitted a shot where I flew under a side-by-side while it was jumping and did like this panning shot underneath. And they reached out. And so like I remember John, we have a chat, the three of us, and John text, yo, I got an email. And Chris was like, hell yeah. And I jump in, yeah, so did I. And they were like, what? Fuck yeah, congrats, Spoonie. And in that moment, I thought, here we go. Like, this is how you win. This is how it goes.
Right.
And all through the process and morning of, we're all watching the video, gets to the end, I didn't see my clip. And we all learned right then that just when they ask for the raw footage doesn't mean necessarily that they'll use it in the end.
You're not guaranteed.
They're just taking what they're really interested in and putting it in their absolutely usable vault. All boxes are checked, and if they want it, they have it. And so once they have all of that, then they pull from that, make their video, and that clip can still not make the cut. And so this year, when I got that email, I remember like I was really excited, but then at the same time, I was like, okay, this, you know what this means. You know that this doesn't mean one, this means that you're being considered.
Right.
But this year I got 2 emails. They asked for 2 separate submissions that I submitted. So the way I saw it is I had another chance.
Yeah, 2
I just
chances.
got 2 tickets in the raffle at that point.
Right.
So, you know what I mean? So I'm like, hopefully they'll take one of them. And yeah, then, and again, you don't hear anything from, or at least I didn't hear anything from GoPro until morning of. I watched the video. And I don't know if you guys have seen the reaction, but I about pissed myself, threw my hands up in the air. And
it was dope, man. I was pumped for you.
Oh my God.
I remember, your Chris one too. I remember his video.
I screamed like a fucking little girl.
Dude, that's epic. I mean, I don't know what to say about that shit.
I think Spoonie texted me the morning of or whatever, or something, or I texted him, one of the two, and I was like, dude, get your camera rolling. And
no, you text me. That's what it was. You were like, good luck, homie. I'm watching this video. Because I didn't text anybody. My oldest son knocked on the door, and I was like, go, I'll be out later. Oh my God. I mean, you can see in the reaction video, because Chris texted me, and I was like, really, you think I should? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, fuck, this one was vlogging, and I'm like as I'm trying to set it down, and I'm like, holy shit. And yeah, it was nerves were like so high.
I can only imagine. Yeah, man.
Like, that's incredible.
So you guys basically get the confirmation in real time is effectively what's happening.
You'll know until you're watching the video with everybody else.
Yep.
Oh, that's sick as fuck.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's like for me, that sound, that GoPro noise that they make, that boom when they start. Like I remember watching that first video or the video last year, and I was like pumped and I was ready to see my shot. And then when I heard it this year, it like almost made me sick to my stomach. I was just like, oh God, here we go. You're on that roller coaster. You've fucking committed now. You can't get off. You're just there.
Waldo is asking, I would assume the answer is no, but it is actually kind of curious regarding 107. So Waldo's asking, do you need a 107 to enter?
I don't think so, but I ended up getting mine.
They ask?
I ended up getting mine after I submitted anyway.
I also have mine, but I did not.
I don't think you have to
submit it. No,
I did not have mine, and I did not get it after I won.
I don't think so.
Because I mean, how I wonder.
Because I don't think you're technically paid for aerial work. You're just
technically, isn't it technically if you monetize at any level?
Yeah. So I mean, shit, you
there's so much gray
area. I think it's gray area. So we'll leave it there.
Yeah. But then again, it's like, all right, so we monetize our YouTubes. You know,
exactly.
You're supposed to even run your 107 if you're doing that. So
that is true.
Well, we all know how the government likes to stick their nose into things, so it's just like wouldn't be surprising. But that's because when you're making the video, I guess your intent is to hopefully win, right? But I mean, but if you just but what if you just made a video that you just happened to submit, like you weren't, you just kind of found out about the challenge and you happen to have a good video.
Yeah, you tripped and fell on the mango.
Yeah, dude,
if you do that, fucking, I'll give up. Yeah, I've been trying so fucking hard since John won the first year. If you trip and fall on one, best luck to you, man.
Well, dude, y'all been firing a bunch of people up ever since y'all started winning those things to get out of fly.
This is what I've learned through this last little bit with the Bengals. You guys see the Bengals DJI video?
Oh, yeah, man.
Yeah.
Bro, the only motherfuckers who are ratting on us are us.
Yeah. True.
For sure.
Like I said, I read the article. It says pilots are complaining to the FAA about this guy.
Of course, dude. Well, I mean,
we police our own here.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do, but I mean, just like everywhere else,
Well, there's a difference between policing your own and ratting on them.
Snitches.
If
Yeah,
you're
exactly.
if
That's
you're
not your-
you could
There's
tell
some
somebody
Karens.
to not
You're
be
still not helping
There's some
the hobby.
Karens in the hobby, guys. No offense to the good Karens.
if you're
out there.
ratting on people, you're fucking that's fucked up. I mean, like, and you're definitely
That's
not
what I'm
helping.
saying.
You're definitely
Reach
not
out to
helping
me,
the
say, "Hey,
hobby.
brother."
Yeah, like
That's
for
called policing community.
yeah. If I do something fucking
Go
stupid,
to the source first.
call
and
me
say,
out
"Hey,
for
that
being
was dumb."
fucking stupid. Yeah. Like send it.
Justify that to me because that was fucking stupid.
Watch them go
Don't
after.
go to the
I mean,
cops.
so you're not.
Never go to the cops, guys.
The funny thing is,
Jesus.
some of the points they're bringing up, you're not technically furthering your own business. You're furthering GoPro's business.
Yeah.
But technically you are monetizing. But it's the same thing about like Chris was saying about YouTube's, because people monetize their YouTubes, but they're technically furthering YouTube. You know what I mean? And
well, I'm sure it's just gray area, right?
Ben props. Yep.
Sure, it's that.
Nice, Waldo.
watch them go after it. Because I mean, you have to bear in mind that not all the $1 Million Challenge winners are not all FPV pilots. There's people pushing their kids in go-kart things and all sorts of funny stuff.
We're trying to be though.
Yeah, I mean,
for real.
let's take it over.
That's the goal, right?
Yeah, the Hero 10 video I think had the most FPV footage of.
Oh, by far, dude. It was
any-
like
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You get the sickest footage with it.
it was really like, the bar was set because like there was a shit ton of FPV footage ever since John won the first one and the first announcement went out, and then Chris won the second one. And I also want to mention that while we were winning these, other pilots like Blaster was winning these as well. And
Didn't Nub win one year too?
I think Blaster got one this year, this first year.
This was first year Blaster won. I mean, but there's been other FPV pilots that have been featured, and I feel like I wasn't the only one that saw that as like FPV goal number one.
Mm-hmm.
Get your shit featured by the biggest action cam company in the world.
Oh, hell yeah. Well, and again, I feel like you guys did a good job of kind of like pushing it. I mean, I remember lots of Chris's videos, like fucking being like, get your shit out there, man.
Yeah.
Fucking do it.
Yeah.
All you got to do is enter. Just
Oh,
send
yeah.
them footage.
Totally.
And, sometimes that's what this hobby needs is just somebody to be like, kick your ass, get up. All you got to do is make a video, bitch.
Yeah, I mean, we're already fucking getting footage, you know?
Yeah, we're out there getting it. But you definitely helped me for sure focus it on filming shit.
Oh, totally.
Yeah, I think you did that for a lot of people, like all you guys, because y'all got
it's
some
pretty
just
amazing.
incredible footage, man.
I mean, I really, to be completely honest, John and Chris wrote a how-to manual for me to win a fucking $1 million challenge. So
Oh, for sure.
it was like I had two of the best instructors, friends to like help guide me through this process. And yeah, it was super sick. I felt like the pressure every year that somebody won, like either Chris or John, and then John again. And I'm like, and I didn't, like the next year, the pressure was increased because I'm like, again, I'm like the third wheel. I'm just hanging out, still part of DroneCo, but I'm the only one that hasn't won one. And
what are you doing?
So when you guys
I
are,
bet that was rough.
when you guys are shooting for these, are you guys doing like, recording in like with raw color and that stuff? Are you guys just using GoPro color and sending it? Like, how are you guys setting the cameras up, and like, what's your approach footage wise?
You know, it really just depends on what we're doing, but
So last year, like I said, when I didn't win, so I submitted this clip of under the side-by-side, and it was all of the action was there, the stabilization was there, but what the shot lacked, and looking back at it now, it lacked proper lighting and color.
Mm-hmm.
And so I've watched that shot hundreds of times now, and there wasn't much I could do about the color because of where it was shot. The whole side-by-side was completely black, tires to rims to frame and doors, all black. And the dirt was as gray as you can get. You could not add color to it. It is gray. So it was a very boring shot aside from what it was. And it was cloudy, and all of my GoPro settings were set to auto. I had auto everything, and they can't do much with that. So I asked John and Chris a lot of questions and how you guys do this shit and what's real, like, because I just got this close and it didn't work. So what happened? And that's when I started messing with actual settings, learning what works best in what situations, buying some ND filters.
Yeah, we told him to run ND filters for a long time before we actually started.
There's a
Right,
Facebook
I remember
post.
that. Yeah.
There's a
I need to
Facebook
start
post like
doing
a
more.
year ago when I was like, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry, guys. Thank you."
And
Thank you for reminding me.
there's a question is like the rule. What's the main rules for entry? You got to use the latest.
Just got
camera.
to use the camera they want to release, and then
Yep.
I don't know,
That's fine.
showcase the cool shit that they put out.
How
And
long does the
if it's-
clip have to be?
Have
They
you
like
been?
to- they like
Yeah,
to-
Doesn't
Oh, it
matter.
doesn't matter.
doesn't
they
matter.
They like you to, highlight the features. Like, I want to have a slow mo. Spoonie one with the slow mo. The new slow mos are getting better. And so like,
And you guys are setting.
Yeah.
You guys are setting
So-
max resolution, or
Well,
like,
so that's a very good question too, because like Chris used the best slow mo with the 8, right, Chris?
I did 4K 120 all this year. Spoonie did 2.7, 240, and that's
240.
mm-hmm.
So and when GoPro it says submit highest resolution possible.
Mhm.
Not resolution, but that possible, and that possible is very important because they do want to see if they release a feature with 240 frames, they're going to want to see a shot. If it's worthy of a slow-mo, they want to see it in 2.7.
Latest feature.
The
yeah,
ticket is to have the rest of the settings dialed in, so that way they can add a sharpness, they can adjust the color, and they can bring it up and try to match it, make it look a little bit nicer with some of that 5K stuff that they're shooting with.
And are you guys, because like with some applications like in Resolve, if I shoot something in 2.7, I can super scale it back up to 4K. Do they care about manipulation of resolution?
Yeah, I guess that is another one of their rules. Don't crop. So, but I
Just
mean,
raw. They just want whatever you shot.
Yeah, right off the SD card, pretty much.
Yeah.
But I mean, you can cut it. Cut what you want to see. But you can't really do anything with the quality or anything like that.
Yeah.
So
They
yeah,
want flat and Pro too.
Exactly. When you submit it, they want you to submit it as it was shot.
yeah,
So-
of course you'd give them your
Yeah.
raw footage, but I'm just curious
No,
as far
no color correction,
as far as the
so.
submissions though, like if you're
That's
like
kind of what they want.
they want
Yeah,
the
they
raw,
want it raw off the camera. They don't want
Yeah.
you to manipulate.
no
it
no
anyway.
color correction.
None.
Nuh-uh.
They want to do it.
Interesting.
They
Yeah,
want to know what it's a blank canvas to them. They
Right.
wanna
So
know
are you
what they're
submitting
working
are you
with.
submitting flat color profile or GoPro color then?
I shoot flat color.
Okay, that's because if I was going to
Suggest
shoot
everybody
if
do
I was
that.
going to shoot flat color
Yeah.
when I made the YouTube video, obviously I'm going to color it. You know what I
Right.
mean? So that's what I was.
Yeah, absolutely.
I-
But if I shoot flat color, but I can't say for sure, but I would say there's a high likelihood that there's other shots in MDCs that were shot probably in all auto settings with GoPro color on, and they sent it and they didn't have to do anything. They just added it to their timeline and rolled with the rest of it.
I think the shot matters more than the color.
Absolutely.
But so,
Yeah,
what they're judging you on initially though is YouTube links, or what are you actually submitting the file right out the gate?
So, yeah. So if you go to their website, GoPro Awards, and there's like a whole process. You go through the thing and you submit, and it's just like an upload link. You just and you grab the file from your computer, and they want to see the basic part of the video, pretty much. I have clipped videos and slowed them down, but I didn't correct the color because I wanted them to see that it was shot in flat. But I also wanted them to see that the problem is that the slow-mo shot that I wanted them to see, that I actually wanted to submit, was like 12 seconds.
Right.
And was attached to a 4-minute GoPro video at 240 frames per second. That would have taken forever to upload and all of that. So that I did submit a clip, and all I did was just snip it out, slow it down, and submitted the shot that I wanted.
Right.
But I've also submitted the other shot that I submitted was just the raws. I was like, maybe they'll take it, maybe they won't. Let's see what happens. And I threw up the raw video, and that was one of the other ones that I asked. So.
Yeah, I was just curious because, like, if some people were, shooting flat but submitting a color, corrected clip, like at least in a, basic, with a basic grade, if nothing else, and then
They specifically say they don't want any edits done to the actual clips.
Yeah.
for the initial submissions.
Yeah.
Right on.
They just want to be able to manipulate it the way they want to.
Well, I understand that because
absolutely, ideally, they would rather have a true raw clip because it has the metadata that also tell them right there, right off the bat, if it was shot on the new camera or not.
Right.
Because you probably have a lot of people that'll submit a shot and see if GoPro can tell, which they can. So if you edit your clip and submit them something edited, then it obviously doesn't have the data that they need. So.
Immediately kick it out.
Well, your metadata shouldn't get corrupted if you're. Well, I know I can only speak for Resolve, but in Resolve it wouldn't get corrupted. It would preserve metadata. But you're saying that when they hit you up, they ask you for your files again, though, right? So they ask for the actual raw files the second time around, right? That are not the submission. So you're effectively sending files twice. I just want to make sure I'm understanding it right.
In my case, the one like winning this year, the clip that I submitted was the shot that I won with slowed down.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't correct the color, and all I did was just nip it from where he hit the ramp, slowed it down, and then cut it while he was in the air. And I submitted that, and they asked for the
raw data of that.
Raw video, and then I sent them the
4-minute clip, right?
240 gig. It was like a 6 gig file or something like that I uploaded to them.
So John, did you have to submit files twice?
Yeah.
Because that's why I'm asking this question, because like I'm just like, because obviously they're gonna get the raw footage the second time for what they're gonna do, but the judging or the initial submission, I'm just surprised you couldn't grade it or something like the first time.
Basically, you they want to see what they have, in their hands. So like, I didn't submit when I didn't submit my 2-minute edit. I submitted 3 seconds. They want the meat,
right? Yeah, right.
They got to quickly look at it,
but then at that point, it's not the raw file, so they're not going to get that metadata that's in the original GoPro clip. That's what they asked for the second time around.
Right.
Right. So I mean, like, in a perfect scenario, you would send them the file right off the SD card.
Right.
That says GX01006. That's what you would send them, because they can tell if it was shot on the new camera or not. And then
it's got all that data.
And if they want it, then they can do that. And I've done that too, and I've just put in the description timestamps of the shots that I was trying to submit. Like, here's a really long clip. The shot starts here and ends here. And
that's what I would do.
That's another way. That's another way to do it. But as far as I understand, they don't want like 2 or 3 of your best clips smushed together and color corrected as like a highlight.
Right.
They really ideally want the raw, like straight from the SD card if you can.
Gotcha.
But we're all FPV pilots. We hit record and then we come back 5 minutes later and turn the camera off. So, I mean, you can only do so much.
Sometimes.
Yeah. And then I'm like, I always feel bad like for somebody watching all the FPV footage and the screaming problem.
Sometimes.
They don't know to turn it down first.
This is the submission page.
Here, let me pin you up. Yeah.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, what does it say right there, Chris? 100% on GoPro. Yeah. Highest resolution possible.
Everything must be 100% on GoPro. Right. Highest resolution possible. Don't crop or filter or upload screenshots. Upload photos in their original unedited form. Okay. Raw. Don't submit stuff from major events. Only use music you have licenses for. And clear all your participants. Right on.
Yeah. And then so you can also, like, they don't just do the $1 million challenge. Like, directly after the $1 million challenge finished, I submitted my Christmas light video and I won $500.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah.
You can do that all year long. They do that.
It's a new drone right there.
Yeah. one time I
Right.
submitted some footage that I shot of a monster truck show, and I got the email back from GoPro that they were interested, and they sent me the Dropbox link to send them all the files from that day and a media release. And I couldn't get the fucking monster truck tour company to sign the release without GoPro putting their watermark in the video. And I went back and forth with the dude, and I was like, they're not going to do that, dude. Will you just please release it? Like, I'll share it. I'll tag you guys. It'll be cool. He was like, no, we want the monster truck logo.
Watermark. Yeah.
I was like, dude, it's GoPro. Are you kidding me? So, yeah, I had a release hold me up from having footage featured earlier.
Sucks.
Lame.
That sucks. That is lame.
So when they say clear your people in your shot, and I think one of the things on the submission page is don't submit shit from events because for that reason, because there's a whole bunch of red tape and loophole shit that you got to jump through to get footage from other productions.
Right. Right.
There you go. Take notes, folks.
Take notes.
Again, y'all, we apologize for being late. Should we do the game of quad really quick and then just get back into this?
Okay, drop it.
Do it.
All right,
Is that
so
good, boys? It's their show.
it's your show, guys. How are you guys feeling?
Fantastic.
Good.
I might have to pee.
Oh, well, this is perfect.
Well, then this is
We'll throw
perfect.
the
We're gonna have a
game
pee
quad.
break. We'll do game of quad, and you can have a pee.
I'll be right back.
All right. God willing, everything works.
Hey man, look, we're still going. I think we're.
I think I don't want to jinx us. We got to talk about the video that got messed up in the beginning after the game of quad. All right,
Yeah,
That was a
so
good video.
game of quad time. This week we had Tekla setting the trick as a double ya. The double ya.
Sauce.
I didn't hear that song. Nobody used it. I was really disappointed. I should have made one so I could use it.
Tekla setting a trick. Our first entry this week is NAC FPV. Here come your choices. Oops.
Yes.
Hey, Reaction Entertainment in the house. What's going on?
Yeah, shout out John Solo, my B. You did use it. I forgot. I'm a stoner. Forgive me.
That was Juan Solo. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, you know, you hit that one.
Shit. What is this place?
That's what I'm wondering.
What are the cables over this thing for? How are you not dying everywhere?
5 a.m. ripsack.
The Dark Lord, Swift Duck.
Yeah.
Used to it.
Every single one of these songs is going to get us a copyright strike. It's completely worth it this week. It's a pitching batting cage without the nets.
Yeah.
It's dab time.
Oh, okay, so the wires for the nets. That makes sense. Swift Ducks wants to put it in you, Chad.
It's gonna be that kind of party.
Shh, don't tell him my secret.
I know it's gonna be that kind of party. I just stuck my dick in the mashed potatoes.
Sprax! We got Sprax up next. Sprax! What we got? We got What is Real? Yeah, Swift Duck shot that at like 5 in the morning this morning.
Yeah, my fingers felt like cardboard.
Thank you for that blues. What is real?
King Turkey.
Briscoe, yo. What up?
The trash. He's doing the yah-yah in the house. Oh!
Oh.
That was fucking amazing. Every attempt in the pots and pans. Hell yeah. Good shit. That was Cake Turkey, and this is Spagoo.
I love that Yada spin. We said we wouldn't yet, but somehow it's always fun.
We ended up in smoke clouds. Yeah, it's about time. We trusted and ignored the road signs. Let's go another round for old time's sake. Making our way along the slow tides. With closed eyes.
All right, let's rewind the playlist really quick. It's probably Bardwell coming up next. Rewind the playlist.
No Bardwell, we're good.
And we'll start
stuff.
We'll start with our first entry.
Roll that bot.
Knack. FPV coming in hot.
Shawty got low, yeah, low, shawty got low. She hit the floor, shawty got low. Low, shawty got low. Low, shawty got low. She had the apple bottom jeans and the boots with the fur. Yeah, the whole damn club, they were looking at her. She got the baggy sweatpants, Reeboks with the straps. Where she turned around and gave that booty a smack. She hit the floor, shawty got low. Low, shawty got low.
This song is fire.
Absolutely.
Go Risco.
Juan Solo. King Turkey in the house. Game quad is now. Batting cage without the nets. Once again, exclamation point, vote at space in the number.
Oh yeah.
Still with
Swift
you,
duck.
Hardy, on how the fuck this guy doesn't go down. So
Yeah,
good.
right? I would have exploded like 42 times before.
Yeah.
all
this
them,
is
all
so
them
good.
cables
It would
everywhere.
have just killed
I
my
was just
props.
gonna say
Oh,
I would have
good.
been stuck hanging on one of those cables.
Y'all killing these tracks tonight, man.
Sprax.
Shout out to Sprags finally having to put some pants on.
Oh, I know. Those guys are gonna hate life if it gets below freezing.
Oh yeah. Frostbite's gonna happen.
You're gonna see fly fish in a parka, like massive style.
I wonder if they'll just wear socks and flip flops.
Socks and flip flops. What is real?
Shout out to all the guns in Florida.
Love that logo.
We got King Turkey.
What sim is this?
I think that was Liftoff, no?
I've never seen that map in Liftoff.
Yeah, I don't remember seeing that one.
Oh, I don't know. I may be wrong. Maybe it's V-Drone? I don't know. It's one of them damn Sims. No socks, just Crocs.
I hadn't played Orca in a while. Maybe it's Orca. They kind of had something like that, but it was kind of crappy before.
Shout out to seasonal depression. Amen to that.
Yeah.
For real, though.
I know. Say sent me pictures of her house, and there's like 2 feet of snow out front. You guys get the snow?
It's just cold. We don't get a whole lot of snow in Grand Junction, believe it or not.
Really, just gets cold as dicks.
It's pretty cold right now. We get snow like up on the Grand Mesa that you can see from here, but snow in town is.
Last but not least, we have Spagoo.
Get those votes in, boys and girls. I feel that forevermore.
Depression with seasoning on top. Yeah.
Seasoned depression.
I feel that.
Not seasonal, seasoned.
Seasoned depression. All right. Cancel. All right. So we'll give you guys about, I don't know, 5-10 minutes to get your votes in, and we'll wrap that up. So speaking of depression, holy shit. So you guys were, you submitted the video for the Drones Changed My Life, and that was the video we tried to showcase at the top of the show, but unfortunately the internet gods were not favorable. Do you guys mind talking about that a little bit?
Sure.
Spoony?
I mean, I like to talk. As you've noticed, I talk a lot. So
I'm glad to have you on. I'm really glad to have you on, bro.
So cool.
Yeah, this is so awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Drones Changed My Life thing was something that Stu from UAV Futures put on, and Chris and I were working together at the time. And I saw this thing, and I was like, "Yo, dude, we could do this." Like, Chris had just gotten a Nikon and was like starting to shoot more B-roll and wanted to tell stories and wanted to make like use the FPV content as like just a side part.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, you found J.R. Ali and like Peter McKinnon and all those guys like right about that time, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and so I was like, dude, we can do this. Like, he wants to know how FPV changed, like how it changed your life, or what like the best part about the FPV was for you, because it was something about to like he was wanting to offset all the negative media that drones were getting, and so he wanted to start sharing a bunch of stories about how drones are really positive for people. And my story, just like the video says, is legitimate. I was in a pretty dark place and trying to find something to do, and I found drones on the internet and was like, I can't even remember what the video, but he was like flying it with the screen on the controller, and I was like, whoa, what is this? And one thing led to another, simulator, and so fast forward, I get, here we are with Chris, and I'm like, let's do this thing. Let's tell this story. And so he had been shooting a bunch of B-roll throughout the summer, and we started doing it. And so I kind of wrote out the story and how I wanted to say, and I recorded it as quick as I could and gave him something to work with. And he started putting the video together. And when he sent the video out, it was, I was stoked on it. I had never seen anything like that before. Like, I remember telling him very early on, Have you ever seen The Art of Flight with Travis Rice, the snowboard movie? That's what I want it to be like, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And one of his homies watching the video was like, dude, this is like giving me Art of Flight vibes right now. Like, this is crazy. And I was like, dude, we did it. You did it. You nailed the editing. Like, you told this story. We did it. And he submitted it to Stu, and we won. And it was like, for me, that was the first time I could ever submitted anything and won anything like that. And it was like super cool. We won a set of Fat Shark HDOs when they first came out.
Oh, yeah.
An Armaton Rooster fully built from Armaton. The TBS Tango 2. No, what
the OG one?
Yeah,
the
OG Tango.
OG Tango.
Screen in it,
Right.
For sure. What else was in there, Chris? May have been it. It was like
I think that was it.
Yeah, it was like a full FPV setup.
Yeah, dude, that was fucking super awesome.
Crossfire.
Oh yeah, and then Crossfire.
Should we try to watch it again? Should we do it?
No.
Sure.
I can do it at the end. We can do it at the end.
Yeah,
It's your
There's your
video.
answer.
It's your
Play it
video.
at the very end.
All right, there we go. Okay.
Oh, it's for me. It's like it's watching
Cringe.
hella cringe.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, I just want to say this. Like, I remember when y'all fucking played that. I'm sure
It meant a lot to me.
when it came out. Yeah,
Yeah.
it inspired the shit out of me.
You know which one that we should watch that's underrated that I feel that is almost better is the FPV, the Faces of FPV.
Yeah, that's.
Oh yeah, that was
That
fucking
one's got-
great too.
That one's got almost all of us in it. You
Here,
know?
hold on. Let me.
Yeah, that one. Chris really nailed it with that one.
Dude, you
With all the FPV community, because there's so many
Yeah.
people that he has met that like I haven't even met, that he's gone like all sorts of all over the country and met all you guys.
Yeah. Well,
Everybody.
you've inspired a ton of people, man. You
Let's see if
certainly
I can-
pushed me to even
yes.
care
All right, here
about
we
the
go.
video and
Oh yeah.
making it more than just, fucking flippy flopping around and shit, man.
All right. Oh, hold on. All right.
Chris is like, please don't play it.
Cute
again.
or not. All right, here we go. Faces.
I watch it.
Check-
I watch it.
We'll watch Faces of FPV. Here we go.
Sweet.
You taught me the courage of stars before you left. How light carries on endlessly, even after death. With shortness of breath, you explain the infinite.
Shout out to UFBA crew. Y'all know who you are.
Cha-cha-cha.
To even exist, I couldn't help but ask you to see it all again. I tried to write it down, but I could never find the pen. I'd give anything to hear you say it one more time. That the universe was made just to be seen by my eye. And I couldn't help but ask you to say it all again. I tried to write it down, but I could never find the pen. I'd give anything to hear you say it one more time. That the universe was made just to be seen by my eyes. The shortness of breath, I'll explain the infinite. How rare and beautiful it truly is that we exist.
3, 2, 1. think that was strong enough.
Parmesan approved.
Hell yeah. Fuck yeah, man.
Before things were
Yeah.
fucking weird, dude.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The good times, man.
I'll never forget the weekend at the house, man. It was just
Yeah, that was fun, dude.
we had such a fucking blast that weekend. The weekend of the protest. Yeah, and then everything went crazy.
That was
after
right before.
That was right as
before it went crazy.
Yeah.
Literally right before, yeah.
we were just kind of like people were just starting to think about the whole pandemic. Basically,
Yeah.
Nobody knew what was going on. Like,
It's
At
going
that
nuts
point,
in
we were
China,
all
though.
joking around like, "Oh, we better not get COVID on our trip to DC." You know?
yeah, it was crazy. Such a blast. Fucking that weekend was such a blast, though. And
Yeah.
hell, look, I mean, hopefully, good is still coming from that weekend. Do you know what I mean? I mean,
They'll definitely always dab time. Feel free to call it.
they
Trademark from Maddie Blunts, but you can still invoke it. Dab time.
Get those game of quad votes in.
yeah, get those Game of Quad votes in. I'm gonna close it.
Let's do that now. Let's
Close
just
it.
close it. If you hadn't got it
Close
in
it.
now, fuck it.
Give them a couple seconds, and I'll close it. I got a. Excuse me. Rights. Sorry. So I got a video here from Spencer. Hold on, we gotta play this.
Oh yeah, that was the when we were talking about the Spinny J West Side story. I did a part 2 video. Kind of gives like a recap of what the first video was about, and then kind of what it's been like since then.
Hold your
Oh,
horses
yeah.
video. All right, here we go.
Spin it up.
My name is Spencer, and this is the second part of my story. The part of the story where I get to share with you how the hobby of FPV drones has continued to have a positive influence on my life. In October of 2018, Chris Teal, better known as Westside, and myself created a video to show how FPV drones can be so much more than just an RC hobby. I shared the story of my challenging past in order to explain how building, flying, filming, editing, and all that goes into making FPV drone content can drastically change the direction of someone's life. I knew at that moment FPV was going to be a lifestyle for me. However, I never could have imagined where it was going to take me over the last couple of years. All the places that I've seen and the people that I have met have made a lasting impact on me. So to answer the question, have drones really changed my life? Yeah, I think they have.
Fuck yeah.
Dude. Such killer at it, man.
Thank you.
Hell yeah.
Since I watched that one.
All those vids just get me in the feels.
In the fields.
In the fields. Right in the fields. Holy shit. Okay, real quick, let's announce that Game Quad winner. Here we go. Drum roll.
I'm not coordinated.
Where's Perry Earl?
We need some drums.
There we go. Let's do this, please.
Shout out Juan Solo.
Oh, shoot.
This week's winner of the Game of Quad. Congratulations. Fuck
Great
yeah.
work, dude. Congratulations, bro.
Dude, we have so many things to ask and not enough time. So, Chris Teal, you guys got DroneCo's got something new happening, yeah?
Oh, yep. I just released the 3-inch frame today.
Oh,
shit. Tell us a bit about
Tell us about that.
So basically, I've been doing the slam squirts this last couple of years, and they're great. But I just wanted to do something more of my own.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of improved a little bit on, what I thought the a Cinewhoop should be. So, I made a 3 mil bottom plate. It'll fit all in one or 20 by 20 stack, Vista or Air unit. It will also take 12 millimeter M2 motor mounts or 16 millimeter M3s. And because that was like a big bummer. A lot of people like to put the the pancake motors on the squirt or whatever, but you can only run the M2 12 millimeter mount. So they made the bigger ones available.
Sweet.
And 76 millimeter props. It's called the Sinner.
I like it.
The Sinner.
The Sinner?
Hell
We got a video for that, yeah? Let's...
Yeah, there's some raw footage.
All right, let's check that out real quick. Kapow!
split edge or squirt can't do that.
Yeah, exactly. That's fucking sick.
Oh shit! Whoa! Whoa! Back to it. Damn.
good night.
Good night, Tran. Hells
Oh,
to
hell
the
yeah.
yeah.
So where do we order it? How much is it? How does it come? Does it come bind and fly? Yeah,
Yeah,
the
it
frames.
comes the usual ways. You can buy just the frame, or you can buy frame and prints, or you can buy a full build.
Is that a naked GoPro or full size?
Full size GoPro. That was full 0-10 on that sucker.
Fuck yeah. Where do we sign up?
Just go to DroneCoProductions.com, and it's the last items on the shop page right now. It's kind of like I'm doing like a silent pre-release, and I have a special pre-order price going right now. It's $10 off.
Hell yeah. Get out there and support your boy. That shit looks badass. Can't do that kind of flying with a fucking squirt, guys.
Right.
Yeah, I think it's just, it's going to be tackled just a little bit higher speed than the squirt. Squirt's still going to have its place, I think, but
Sure. Right tool, right job, right?
Yep.
Good shit forevermore. Well, hell yeah. And that's already listed. It's already on the site. Let's see here.
Yep.
Pull it up.
I'm looking. There's so many amazing builds.
And then I also released a 2.5 inch recently called the Snapshot. A lot of guys are already running that, but working on it.
I know somebody just ordered one of them.
Yep. Yep. That's mainly for the decased GoPros. But they will fly a full GoPro. Ask me how I know.
How do you know?
I'm trying to find it on the site, and I'm blind.
Oh, here, I'll link it, dude.
Right on.
I linked it in chat. If you click mine, it's a direct link to it.
Oh, Swift Duck's got it. All right.
He's on it.
Swift Duck's got it.
Talk about the other frames you got out right now. You've been
and then the
killing
first
it.
one I released is the shock collar.
5 inch, right?
Slash center lifter.
Mm-hmm.
Slash, hell yeah.
I'm also working on a ultralight version of it. Basically, just the duct, the carbon duct rings, this real lightweight version.
Hell yeah.
And then we also have a 7-inch. Let me grab that.
Oh hell yeah, dude.
A 7-inch dead cat long range that I've been working on. I haven't really shown anybody, but it's this.
Nice.
Oh shit.
Oh, that's fucking sick, dude.
Keep it up. Keep it up. Keep it up. I gotta get it. Remove pin.
Bring him up full.
I'm trying. There we go.
It will fit air unit,
Dead
nice
Cat
stuff down
7.
here in my back.
Fuck yes.
Prody. Oh shit.
This is called the long shot.
Nice.
Got a
Dude, that
theme.
looks badass.
Got a theme
That
going
looks
here.
like a live streaming rig.
Yeah.
Right?
Hell yeah. All right. Let's see
Sweet.
here. What time we got? Okay. Keep us moving here. So Chris and John's been here. So I'm gonna give Spoonie a little bit more time. Real quick, Spoonie, give us a little bit of your bio. What's your background and what actually got you into FPV in the very first place?
Well, like I said, I was on the internet and looking for video games and all that kind of stuff. I've always been drawn to race car games.
Mm-hmm.
And when I found the simulator, it was kind of a quick transition. The idea that you can play, like I can play liftoff and it makes me a better actual drone pilot was something that immediately clicked, and I was like, this is worth it. Like sitting here playing Forza is a waste of fucking time. It's never going to make me a race car driver.
Right.
But legitimately, as far as I'm concerned, liftoff pound for pound holds up to muscle memory with the real drone.
Oh, absolutely.
And I've used it since then for practicing races, for learning new gates and new tracks, for practicing sketchy ass maneuvers before I did them with my real quad.
Going full ham for 2 fucking minutes at a time,
Yeah. Yeah, dude, it's good for everything. Cause like Chris said, just going as hard as you can on the computer, you start learning how to function after that fatigue sets in, and it's just a really useful tool. And so I was drawn to it, and I was like, that's a video game, that's a hobby or a time killer that's worth investing. And once I had enough hours and practice on it, I bought a real drone and was like, holy shit, it works. It like I hadn't even ever touched an actual drone controller. I had been practicing DRL on an Xbox controller, and I grabbed the controller and the real drone and I plugged it all in and I fucking took off, put the goggles on. I was like, holy shit, it's exactly like this fucking simulator. It's exactly like it. And I was hooked ever since. And I started flying. I would go to parks, just try to get the hang of things. And after a while, I, like the Drones Changed My Life video said, I didn't have any social media. So I, no Facebook groups or anything to like see. And so I Googled it or something, and Chris's video came up on a Google search. And my first thought, so he had like 2 or 3 videos out at the time. Yeah, can you imagine that? I met Chris when he had 2 or 3 videos on his YouTube channel, and one of them was like in Denver. So my first thought was like, I thought he was passing through Junction. He had this one where he flew this, we call it wood hinge, and that's not in Junction. I know where it's at, but I knew it wasn't in Junction. And then he flew this park in Denver that I've also flown. And I knew one was in Denver and one was on the other side of Junction. So I was like, hey man, if you're ever around or whatever, fly with a noob, here's my phone number, because I had no other way for him to contact me. So I just threw my number out there, and he hit me up and he was like, hey dude, I'm in town. I'm going to go fly at the park this afternoon. Feel free to meet up. And so I brought my son and we went down there, and then I showed him my stuff, and he had been in it for a while. He had been learning the fucking hard way as far as I
Yes, I did. Okay, this is how I knew the sim was worth its weight in gold, was because I did zero simming. And I learned the hard way. I crashed a lot. The first few weeks was miserable flying acro. And then he comes down to the park after doing the simulator, and I'm like, damn, this dude can fly. Like, what the fuck? And I was like, how'd you learn? He's like, oh yeah, just a simulator. I'm like, fuck, that's cool, And he was flying 3S at the time, and I was like, here, fly this. I gave him my quad. There was 4S, some fat sharks, I think, even, because he was on box goggles and fly sky radio. And
so how did you guys meet John?
John, I think we met him just the first Drones in the Desert.
You did. I wasn't at the first Drones in the Desert. I met John at a park race.
Was it at the park?
Yeah.
Yeah, I forget, but I remember John coming around. He had this badass gas RC plane, and he pulled that sucker out, and I was like, oh hell yeah! But, that was before. He only had a little, maybe a whoop or two, and then that little. He had a couple drones.
The floss that you smashed into the ground at the park, upside down. I remember that thing.
I was always opposed to the sim too, so I always learned the hard way.
Yeah,
but I want.
I like the sim now, but it's definitely a lot better way to fucking learn.
Much cheaper way, that's for sure.
No, but for real though, because at that time, I didn't own a soldering iron. I didn't have a fucking 2mm wrench. I didn't know what kind of screws I needed. And I didn't know shit about the drone as far as the drone was concerned. I just knew how to fly it. Mm-hmm. And so, lo and behold, the first time I crash, I'm fucked. And I'm like, I don't know what to do. I'm on eBay looking to see if I can find some E-Sheen motors. I'm like, I don't know how long it's going to be until I get this thing flying again. And when I met Chris, that whole thing changed. He rips out this box of TPU parts. I have never seen a 3D printed part before in my life. Here, use this instead of that chunky ass camera mount. And I was like, what? And he's like, oh, that camera won't fit. Here, use this one. And I was like, this is a different camera. And he's like, yeah, actually, look, yeah, it'll plug in the same cord. Just plug it in and use this. And this is how it works. And I was like, my mind just expanded, just exploded. Because I was like, oh my God, you can.
It's literally how Gravy was with me when I first started.
Right? It's such a cool experience, right? To have somebody show you, and the whole time I'm just sitting over Chris's shoulder at his house watching him build these things, and I'm like, okay, all right. And I remember since then, dude, I've held my shit together with popsicle sticks. No joke. I've taken like another arm and braced it and zip tied like an arm to a broken arm just to brace it for a little while to get it through the park. You know, like,
oh yeah.
Chris was like the first dude who was like, dude, does it fly? Fuck it, send it. And I was like, all right, man. And at the time when we first met, like the first time I met John, we were at a park fly. We used to set up Saturday races as a pretty regular thing at like elementary schools and parks. And that's when I first met John, and we were all like kind of into like trying to hit gates and track times and stuff like that. But then John and Chris and I kind of started this thing earlier on because all three of us had a real big interest in doing other things with the drones besides racing. We had a lot of friends that were racing and like really into that.
Right.
But like I knew that John and Chris were going to be the homies because they wanted to go film cool shit. And the first time I ever saw a base jumping video from John, I lost my fucking mind.
Right.
Like, I was like, oh my God, that is this. I had never seen anything like it before. It completely blew my mind as to what you could film with a drone. And then from then on out, it was all bets were off. Like, it's fucking John has a motto: if he doesn't have anything fast enough, he'll build something faster. So he's done that with wingsuit drones.
For sure.
Yeah, we've discussed quite often. What actually, yeah. So I don't want to get too redundant. Like, did you see my message already? Sorry, I'm spacing. So tell us a little bit about your setup, Spoonie.
My setup?
Like, yeah, tell us, like, what are you flying? Like, are you flying digital, analog? What's your setup?
Dude, if we did this stream a month ago, I would have been like, analog for life, motherfuckers. so when Chris won $1 million, John, correct me if I'm wrong, Chris was the first to go digital, correct?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. You went last year, right?
Yep.
So Chris won. Well, when John won, digital wasn't a thing, but when Chris won, digital just came out, and Chris went digital, and I was like, "Holy fuck, it's expensive." At first, I was like,
"You had to wait. You won that $1 million."
Yeah, I was like, I was about to buy some HDOs, and I was like, "Well, the goggles I can justify the extra cost, but the cost of a camera and a VTX versus an air unit or a Vista, I'm like, ouch, that's a lot of money per drone."
Right.
So anyway. So I stayed on the analog bandwagon for as long as I could because I just didn't want to make the switch and it was going to be expensive. And then John won last year and he went ahead and went digital. And then that was the joke. And I was like, all right, fuck it. If I win $1 million challenge, I'll go digital. But until then, analog for life. And I had no intentions on going digital. And here we are. I won an MDC and then I just said, fuck it. I can't take the teasing from the guys anymore.
Bro, it's
every time I hit a piece of Scraggle, every time something fucking happened, you wouldn't do that with digital.
Yeah, it's very tempting.
So I just recently, as of like weeks, I just converted my Bandolero. It's the only drone I have.
Have you gone and flying?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So I went out and flew. It's super, super sick. I'm really pumped on the digital now.
You get a good face foam and, you know.
Yeah. So I actually got.
That's the biggest bummer for me when I got the goggles was putting the fucking stock foam on.
Yeah, it was bad.
So far off. I was like,
dude, I know. There's like at least a finger of space on each side of your eyes, bro. Like, yeah, it's crazy. Like, the fitment is not.
So this is my
not for me.
New DJI goggle setup. I did the custom face foam, and what I did was because this shit pinched my nostrils, is I just cut the foam out from the inside. The fabric's still intact, so it's not like ripped or anything. I did the
same thing with that exact same foam.
So that's I like that. And then I went ahead and did the True RC right hand.
Yep.
So I can
Word.
keep using all of my antennas.
Yep.
And then, so this is new. This is something I just recently designed. I have nothing but love for Ben Formals. I am hot dog for life. But I hit Ben up and I was like, hey man, I just went digital. It would be so cool to get a strap. Like I only ran hot dog. It would be just wrong. And he was like, yeah, I can't right now. And my machine's down, whatever. And I was like, okay, cool. And I'll never buy another strap that's not hot dog. So legitimately true to my word, I designed and built my own goggle strap for the HD goggles.
Hell
And these are resin printed reducer loops. Then John brought over a sewing machine and bought some elastic and created my own custom. It doesn't adjust. It just fits true to my head. And then the goggle battery is like a sleeve that slides in on the side.
Hell yeah.
Sick.
Fuck
And then, no, about the DJI cords. I learned something interesting about this.
I have a hot dog strap on my DJIs.
Yeah, I did too. I took my Fat Shark strap and just zip tied it to my goggles for the first time I flew. But I learned that the DJI cables, you can't power their smart batteries without the cable.
Oh, word.
So I had to buy a second one, but I made like a shorty. So now the DJI cable kind of fits like a Fat Shark and functions.
I threw a Justice switch on mine. Shout out FPV Geek, the Justice switch.
Bro, I
And
just use a cord.
Huh?
Yeah.
I just use a long ass cable.
I don't. I just.
Yeah, I just throw that shit in my
I'm still
pocket.
using. I'm actually using Fat Shark battery holders, 18650s, and I go into a Justice switch and then into my DJI, and then I can turn them on and off with the Justice switch, rather than messing with the other stuff. Because the DJI battery, because I like to be able to flip them off. Because like with the DJI stock battery, you got to press and hold it or whatever, hold your mouth right.
So I was concerned about
chicken
that
dance.
too, because that was the first thing I did to my HDOs was install the switch on them.
Mm-hmm.
So when I go flying, everything, I plug my battery and get all my shit on, put my goggles on my head, and then when I'm ready to fly, I just click the switch and then it would power on. When I'm done, I reach up, click the switch, and it was a really, really nice. And then I couldn't imagine myself going all the way back to having to carry the cord in my pocket again. I just
I don't like having. Yeah, I don't either, man. I like having. I did
it for a long time. It was super cool, but then like I went to the Fat Shark on my head and like the battery on my head, and I just have found that I don't like to have the extra cable hanging from me, and I get high and then get tangled and shit. So I'm like having it just on my head where my goggles are separated from everything else. But yeah, it was nice to be able to put it back up there and get it functioning again.
Will's got one. I got prototype Justice Switch at the first Rampage, and I had HD2s at the time, which, as you know, didn't have a power switch, which was to everybody's dismay. And then FPV Geek came along with his Justice Switch, and I was like, dude, I need that now, because it's just so annoying. And then when I got my DJIs, I ended up making TPU adapters to get it to fit around the strap that I had at the time, and ended up getting bought some more off Geek. So now every one of my goggles uses that. It's actually a good thing. If you don't own one, I highly recommend.
If you want a super duper cheap hack, you can buy these at AutoZone. This one was $1.50, and
nice.
It has a little green LED light in it.
Comes on.
It works brilliantly.
The click is very satisfying.
Yeah, and then I did it to where it's on is forward, so I could reach up and go click, and then off was backwards and bring it back towards me. And
that's how the Jazz is. For the longest time, I had freaking LaForge, so I had a module in that bay, and I couldn't put a fucking power switch in it. Yeah,
right. Those days are gone now. I am all digital.
Dude,
now chipping away at the $1,000 that's going to take me to get all my drones flying.
I'm still running
one
both.
drone all the way up to 8 drones, and all the way back down to 1 drone again. So
that feels.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh no! What's going on? Oh shit! Whoa! I just had a weird ass Like,
He disappeared.
yeah, I had a weird. We just had like a glitch in the system. I don't want to touch. Yo, Spagoos, just ping the FPV geek in the Discord in the marketplace. Sorry, I'm not typing anymore because I went to type something and like I don't know what happened. That was scary. Actually, it might be the magnet from my vape turning off my screen. I better stop. It's gonna be one of those nights.
Wild.
So
you haven't completely converted yet, Spencer?
to digital?
Yeah.
No, so I actually still am waiting for the payout for this year's $1 Million Challenge. So I just went ahead and did the goggles with some other money and got the goggles and one Vista to get something converted over, and some antennas, and then start the process when I get some more money coming in. I need a backup for filming and doing other stuff, and then I need something to bash because it was a bummer. I got the Bandolero converted and then went and flew some trees, and I was like wanting to actually fly trees with digital, and I was like, oh, don't break this shit. It's the only one you've got right now. So
yeah, I feel
it's been a long time since I've had to worry about breaking my shit. My poor flow ride, when it gets fired up, like it knows all bets are off. Like if that one's coming out to fly, like I'm gonna do something stupid. I'm gonna have to fix it later. Yeah. So it's weird to be back down to like just one drone, and I'm like, I'm gonna have to use this in a few weeks, so I don't really want to have to break a bunch of shit. So I'll get it converted all over here before too long and be full digital. Yeah, priorities.
Gotta wait for that $1 million. But once it gets there, fucking sky's the limit.
Yeah, right.
We'll have all the fucking air units.
Dude, I've got shit and shopping carts from Pyro to Race Day and all sorts of shit just sitting there waiting for me to hit buy.
Oh yeah, that sounds like carts I have too.
Same.
That's like.
I'm gonna send you an email reminding you, like, "Hey, you left this in the cart."
Yeah,
like,
you still
I know. I definitely do. Trust me, I just can't.
Yeah. The power bill's gonna get paid. Man. Sorry. Oh, fucking.
If you change
the struggle's real.
Yeah.
So, chat, we got any questions for DroneCo while we're here? Dennis.
Yeah, so I know we touched on it earlier, but y'all don't get actual $1 million. How does that shit usually work for you guys?
Right.
Depends on how many people are entered or get picked.
Yeah, it's just it's a split. So it's some people can have more than one clip. You don't get paid twice. So if you make one clip or two clips or three clips, you just get a share.
Right.
So they take $1 million and then they make the video and then they
split it amongst the
creators. Split it to whoever, all the creators from those clips. In this case, my case, it was 62 people. There was 70 different clips in the Hero 10 MDC video. But there were 70 clips from 62 different people. So $1 million divided by $62 or 62 people.
That's fucking awesome, man. Congratulations on that shit again, guys. Like, I know y'all won it before, but that's a fucking amazing accomplishment.
Thanks, guys. Yeah,
for real, seriously.
That was my #1 goal in FPV.
So what's the next step?
Yeah, where do you guys go from here?
We want 2 of us to win next year. We don't care which 2.
I want all 3. That's my next big goal is the year that we all win it together.
That would be sick as fuck. Well, I can't wait till we can all celebrate that the next time y'all get to fucking come out and hang out, dude.
Oh yeah.
That would be
hopefully the Hero 11 next year will be here in 12 months having this chat about.
I'm on another 360 camera.
Yeah, I'm thinking you're probably right.
I want that next level 360 camera.
So if they don't drop any stupid shit like a little Peanut or an Insta360.
No, they wouldn't do that.
I hope not.
Well, it's interesting with a lot of, you've got with the lifters, John does a lot of Cine lifters and, the shot caller in pusher mode can do, what's your max load on that right now, Chris? Do you know?
a kilogram, 1.5 ish. I flew a 2 kilogram rock, but I think that's too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it lifted it?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh, damn.
You still maneuver, but it just wasn't healthy.
I was hovering in here. You know?
Oh my God.
Well, I mean, for not having any sort of, it doesn't actually have a duct, so I mean, you're not really getting any additional thrust from that.
They're prop guards.
Because with the original Shen, before he did the Insider, the Duelist. Do you remember that one? Yeah, the Duelist. Clint and I lifted like a 5-pound medicine ball or something with that fucking thing, and that was a 4-inch at the time, but it was ducted. So that's impressive. So I mean, you're talking about a 4K with a Laowa, easy, and maybe what's the
battery? Yeah, I don't know.
What's the Panasonic weigh, John?
It's a little bit less than the
not that much.
Black Magic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember. It's like 680 or something.
And how's that compare to like the Zcam, like the E2 or whatever? The E2.
I think it's the lightest.
You think it's the lightest?
Yeah.
And
I'm
you're
not
running
sure,
the
but
Panasonic?
I think it is. What's that?
You're running what camera?
Oh, the one I've been flying the most is the BGH1.
Yeah, that Panasonic.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, man.
And that's micro four thirds. So you're using the 4K lenses from that for that. It's a micro four thirds, right?
Yeah.
Right on.
So I have a loud 10 millimeter.
Hell yeah.
Fuck
what you been shooting with it?
A little bit of parks, and then taking it out a little bit. Did a couple jumps with it, but now I've got it hard mounted and everything, so I think it's going to go out a little more and do some more stuff.
Hell
it's
yeah,
all
man.
ready to go. I was supposed to go down to Arizona this week, but it's windy as shit down there. So
did you tune any more after that last log?
I went up and down. I'll send you another one, but
right on.
I think I had to go back down on it.
Yeah.
But I'm still struggling. I think I got a bad ESC, so I'll just swap it out when I get to a point.
Is that an APD rig or?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Right on.
Yeah, the thick is too, but it's been just blowing up ESCs and motors left and right. So.
Oh my God!
It's becoming the shock collar now.
Oh my God!
What motors are you running on that thing?
2808.
And it's blowing ESCs?
Dude, it's
I don't know why.
splattering solder to the bottom side of its props.
I flew for one day. I flew like 3 or 4 packs, and after the first pack, there was solder on the props on the bottom, and I was like, "Oh shit!" But all of them still spun up, and I couldn't figure out which one it was. So I was like, "Oh, keep flying." And then it either popped another one, and then there was another prop, and I was like, "Well, yeah, now it's done."
It's just wild that you're having problems with singles, like with foreign.
It hasn't crashed at all, though.
Right?
That's fucking amazing.
It's always been redundant. Like it's come back with motors off. Sometimes it's a different motor. It's just whatever.
Oh yeah, that X8, dude.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
That's fucking crazy. Still kicking, still pulls it out.
That lifter life, y'all.
Hell yeah.
Shit stresses me out. It's too much money in the air.
Yeah, dude. I can only
So
imagine that is.
the thick's pretty cheap. I mean,
yeah, thick.
Parts, but
I mean, relative.
Whatever.
I was ripping my bandolera with the Hero 10 and like going, I really should be gentle. I shouldn't break this. And then John fires up the Sicario with the BGH1 on it, not the dummy cam. The dummy cam was mounted to the thick. And he ripped that Sicario through that park like it was a 3-inch racer. And he was over the trees and split us in. And I'm like, there's like so much money in the air right now.
Yeah, that's where that kind of butthole pucker
the footage looks good. Yeah,
I bet it looks sick as fuck.
I couldn't imagine crashing it. The butthole pucker you'd get it, and just the cringe.
I had it flip over on me once. It just it touched the ground and wigged out and fucking flipped upside down and landed on the camera. Like, oh yeah, fuck you. I was like, oh
man,
shit. All right, cool.
Insurance, bud.
I really want to build a couple of swalls. You know, fucking those things are gnarly. I've been waiting to go 12S for such a long time, and yeah, I just haven't been able to do it yet. But I really want to do a freaking 10-inch lifter on 12S.
I've wanted to build a fucking monster for a while.
Mm-hmm.
This goes up talking. Go ahead.
No,
what size? How big?
I don't know. What size is Matty Blunt's? That's that pink and green one that he brought to the desert.
I think that was like
he's got a few different ones.
He's got a few, yeah.
Yeah.
The one he just posted is a 13. The BQE triple X.
Yeah, it was something like that, or maybe it could have been a smaller one, but I don't know.
I think that was a 10-inch he brought.
I thought it was a 10-inch too,
yeah.
But it was fucking rad, and I was like, "Yes, I want one." Because this is the smallest thing I've ever built. The little 1S Whoop. This was the BQE little homie.
Oh yeah.
That I did a little carbon or PET G canopy for with the motor protectors and whatever. But like that would be so cool to set that on top of like a fucking 10-inch, like the one that Matty Blunt's built.
I keep trying to tell John to build some 10s because I mean I've got 3 10s, and that's why I've just said I've stopped building things. I'm saving my money. Like the next thing I'm gonna build is an X8 10-inch. At least one.
Other people to spend money.
Yeah, exactly. Well, John's always like, I need more speed for the wingsuiters. I'm like, build a 10-inch. Build a 10-inch.
Those things must be hard to keep up.
I don't need no 10. I got it with 7.
I can't imagine. Have you ever chased drift cars?
Yeah.
Duck, have you ever?
No, I wish.
Dude, like, so the turbulence off the back of a fin of a car, like as you're strafing from one side of the car to the other.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I remember like how like it gets really bad sometimes. And the first time and John was like, yeah, dude, imagine flying behind a wingsuit. And then the next time I watched the video and you can see the fabric between his legs rippling. And I was like, oh my God, I bet that turbulence is just terrible. And John's like in and out of it at 120 plus miles an hour, trying to chase something that's itty bitty. Yeah. Like, I don't think people really, like, especially anybody that's not an FPV drone pilot, really grasp the level of skill and concentration it takes to keep up with a fucking wingsuit.
Mm-hmm.
Only a few people in the world know what that's like.
For real.
Literally.
And one of them is right there.
Yeah, he's on my screen. This is
Straight
fucking
up.
crazy. What kind of world we live in?
Yeah. Because like chasing
on the screen.
Like I've chased trucks, like actually through John, I got to go out to the Mint 400 last year. And
fuck yeah.
I've chased trophy trucks at like 100 miles an hour. And when you're at that end of your throttle band, you don't fuck up. You don't get to like miss and like you don't come out. Your motors are matched, so you don't have any pull out left. You don't have any, like, everything is done in micro adjustments, and then that's it. And the whole time you're like, well, I hope I don't hit this truck that probably can't even fucking hear me behind it. And then John's doing that.
Definitely cannot.
And John's doing that to a human being. That's flying with fabric that's flapping.
That's
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
At the same amount of speed, at the same end of the throttle band, like micro adjustments, like again, like there's no punch out.
I think for me, the parachute deployment would be the most puckery part. Like, because every time I watch you guys do that, and and then I see the pull away when the parachutes come in, I was just like, God, man, it would just make my ass pucker. that part. Because like being the guy like hit the fucking chute, I was like, no, dude, like never. Oh my god.
The guy hitting the chute.
The guy hitting the chute.
That would be me.
My camera shut off. I'll have to fix that.
Yeah, that one was rough. No joke, it was rough. It scared the fucking shit out of me. We're the most scared I'd ever been flying.
Right.
I can imagine.
John and Chris were both there too at the same time. They were both actually in the air. All three of us were flying at the same time. I remember freaking out, yelling, I'm in a chute. John's like, what? And Chris was like, I can see you, he's flying. And like all of these emotions in like milliseconds rushing through me, like I thought I was gonna kill someone.
Yeah, that's the part.
And
that,
then like
yeah.
the like all of the anticipation and build up, like I kept looking at my goggles and he's like looking at the camera, shaking his head down on the ground, and like at one point it's sitting on the dash and he like leans up and just flips the fucking camera off. Like I'm looking at the goggles and I just see him like, oh no, this dude's gonna fucking kill me. And it all worked out. I paid for him to get the parachute fixed and repaired, and he was cool about it. And I learned a valuable lesson, and I've never chased base jumpers since. Straight up. It's just,
man.
For me, it's just not there. Like the shots are cool. So like the whole thing was like the shot before this happened was insane. Like you could the dude's name was Homer, and you could like the homie Homer. And you could see his face, like his eyes get bigger as he jumps. I was right fucking here. And when he pulled the chute, he just went away from me. You know what I mean? And it was beautiful. It worked out flawlessly, and I was as close as I could be. And then I did it the second time, and I just misjudged. And I ended up above him when his parachute opened, and I ended up in it. And I was like, for as cool as that shot was, and then for as how I fucking felt in those few moments, I'll chase drift cars and monster trucks and fucking wreck my drone shit. And but
even that one day at Arms Farms, I landed at homie's fucking spokes, dude.
Oh yeah, exactly. And I mean the risk is there too. I mean, you clip a dirt biker's finger or something while they're trying to like. And these guys, like this dude the guy that I shot that won the $1 million challenge, he did a heart attack, dude. He did a Superman and let go of the back of his bike. You know, if you come in wrong and you clip a finger or something, like you can totally fuck somebody up. And but like that level anxiety times 1,000 when they're jumping off a cliff.
Yeah, when you got a human being hurtling through the air.
When they're jumping off a cliff, like if I fucked up and jacked up Ryan bad enough and he landed and fucked himself up, I mean, it could be bad. Don't get me wrong, broken back and shit bad. But I'm like, I'm gonna visit him in the hospital. Like I just kept thinking, like, did I just kill someone? Is this what this feels like? Like I was terrified. And so since then I've let the one and only Virjan just keep killing it with the fucking base jumping footage because he's doing an awesome job.
So let's ask John, what's like piece of advice then? So somebody was, starting to work with base jumpers, like what's like the best advice you could give them to hopefully avoid that situation?
Bears.
Just got to give everybody space, man. You got to learn. You got to learn what you're doing before you do it.
Right.
For sure.
Is that a tail?
Yeah.
I heard whack, 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 whack. Like, what the? Oh.
Bobby.
Yeah, more space and bigger battery.
Yeah.
It's funny, when I first met Chris, I was on 3S, and he's like, no, dude, you got to try 4S, man. 4S is where it's at. It's got so much power. And that after I was on, that happened with the base jumper, he's like, this shit wouldn't happen on 5S. And that's when I made the jump from 4S to 5S. 3, 4, and 5.
So you're probably, are you guys still running 5S?
I'm on 5S all the way.
5 and 6.
God, I skipped 5.
Yeah, I did too.
What was that, John?
I'm still on 4S.
What was?
I use 6 on a few things, but mostly 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, the 6S batteries were just out of my price range. Honestly.
Yeah, that's at the end of the day, that's really what it boils down to. 6S batteries are just more expensive, so you get less for the same amount.
Right.
You don't feel
Chris and John are sponsored, by the way, so they don't have to pay for their batteries like I do.
All right.
If it wasn't for them hooking me up, I'd still be on 4S. So.
Yeah, what's going on, Bone?
Bone, Brian Kirby in the house. What's good, man?
Oh shit! What up, Bone?
I'm 4S and 5. I skipped, dude. for me, I couldn't get my head around 5S. I just skipped it. I didn't see the point.
Well, when 6S came out, I just was like on to that.
Yeah,
it was a thing. And then I just remember getting a deal on 6S batteries. Like China Hobby Line had like a fucking, okay, you can get them for $100 or something for 10.
Ultimately, what it is, you can run 5S batteries on a 4S setup. 6S, you basically kind of need some new motors and shit. You know?
That's where it was for me. I made the transition to 5S once I realized that all I had to do was just plug a 5S battery into all my rigs.
It's not,
and
but
then
today
6S, I would have been like I run like 20, I think I got 650 kV motors on some of my quads. So like I can run that on 5S, but they blow up on 6S.
Well,
you can use motor output limiting today.
Yeah, until I found out about motor output, because I couldn't afford batteries and motors. I had to choose.
Yeah, as I was progressing, I started using 6S ESCs and making sure everything else about the quad was 6S.
Yeah.
But I was
That's
still buying.
way to do it, you know?
I was still buying 4S motors at the time, and then when I did jump to 6S, like the very next quad I built, it was just 6S ready, and then, and so my 4S quads, I would use them on my 4S packs for a while, but, a while later, motor output limit happened, and I was like, shit, all my quads are like fucking completely viable now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so I
didn't do that because I had a lot of flight controllers and ESCs that were 2 to 4S, and so I could push it, and a couple of them with the motor output limit, I could run 5S, and I think one of them still was, but yeah, but 6S was just kind of far out of reach. And now I'm
Spoonie, for race season, I'm telling you, you need to be running a 6S quad.
So speaking of race season,
I was going to ask about you. Ask you about
disclosure. I don't know that I can go digital for race. I really don't. I think
just go analog.
Yeah, I was really pushing it with my Bandolero in the trees the other day, trying to get like really as fast as I could. And I wouldn't say that I can like feel the lag. It's not even the lag, it's the frame skips. It's just like when my computer lags. And honestly, it tripped me out. It was like running the simulator when the simulator lags for a second.
Yeah.
And it's I just like miss a frame and then it comes right back.
Well, that was my biggest complaint.
I can do that racing.
With mine too.
With the 10-inch rig, it covers so much ground that when that shit freezes, when I drop a frame and it freezes for that frame, and then it comes back and I'm fucking 40 feet from where I was, like that is really fucking unnerving. You know what I mean? Like it's like, but I will say, I went out flying a week and a half ago, and it was cold out, and my quads were cold. It was pretty much freezing out, and I had very little frame freezing when my Vista was fucking ice cold.
Ice cold.
Yeah, dude, it ran great.
Running flawlessly. Dry ice store your quad.
So, have you been practicing to race? Have you raced before, like competitively?
Me?
Yeah.
No, like I just we do drones in the desert here in Grand Junction. I would say that I like to race a little more than John and Chris do.
He's the fastest one of us.
They like to hit gates and like come out, and we all like to fly together. But like when one of our homies, Jonathan, doesn't live here anymore, but like he took off to Denver one summer and came back, and I was like, what the fuck, dude? Like, holy shit, that's what real fast looks like. I want to be that fast. Because like we all thought we were fast. We're like, yeah, this is cool. And then Jonathan comes back, and I was like, holy shit. And he's getting like 5th and 6th in Denver. And I was like, wait a minute. Like, I thought I was fast. I'm not fast. And so I took it a little more seriously, built some race squads and like race dedicated race equipment. And so, that was another real big thing holding me back to go digital. Was I wasn't entirely sure that I was going to be able to go from flying, filming and fun freestyle and all that stuff in the digital big screen DJI and then go back to my HDOs. But I think I'm just going to have to force myself to figure it out, because
it's not that bad. I go back and forth between digital and analog frequently, and it's not that bad.
I was going to ask, because John doesn't he flies digital all day, and then Chris used a module for drones in the desert, but he used his DJI goggles.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, and I was going to actually ask you about that. Did you see any latency in the analog feed?
No.
No.
I don't think it has. I think initially when they initially released
right?
the analog pass-through, there was delay.
Yeah.
But they fixed it to where there's not delay anymore.
Okay.
I just prefer the OLEDs.
There's also an option to use the
I
goggles.
just don't. The only reason I did that is because I don't even have my HDOs anymore.
Right. I prefer the OLEDs. If I'm running analog, I'd rather be on Orcas or HDO2s.
But the like the HDOs are so nice. Like you got them. Like just keep them for racing. I did the racing for this is for fun and
right. Same.
So it's
I want to go TRL.
Racing's really good.
I want to go
that's why I do it. It keeps you fucking tuned in.
Mm-hmm.
It keeps you dude. I even took a first in one of the heats, I think, in something.
Well, you won the Junktown Get Down, dude. Like
well that too, yeah.
Well, I think
like racing is very important to be able to, like, if you want to film properly.
Yeah, I preached that from the start. You got to be able to know how to get somewhere fast, precisely, and feel comfortable.
Yep.
In tight fucking quarters.
Yep. And you get that from racing.
Yeah.
Elevation control is huge.
Throttle controls everything. Yeah.
Throttle controls everything.
And so,
especially when filming.
So I want to bounce back to something earlier. So you were talking about sims. So are you practicing laps in a sim regularly as well?
Yeah, I run the DRL. So
that's what I was going to ask next.
So from March until the GoPro drops for the year, I usually run liftoff.
Mm-hmm.
My opinion, it feels the closest to my real quad.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm like fucking around with new freestyle moves, or we've got races on the weekends and setting up gates, it's liftoff.
Right.
Then $1 Million Challenge season comes around. I don't sim much. It's a lot of GoPro flying real drones. Then after MDC, I hit the DRL sim usually really hard because DRL runs tryouts in February.
Right.
And I've qualified the last 3 years for tryouts. The first year I missed the opportunity to go to Vegas. Last year they did an online thing that I didn't make very far. And that was the year that Sky won, which is super rad. But as it stands right now, I'm still sitting in like 20th on almost all of the DRL tracks. And so
that's
I
still pretty fucking good, dude.
Yeah, that's fucking insane, bro. Because it's only gotten way fucking bigger.
Yeah, one of the tracks has like 7,500 people that have ran it,
and you're in the fucking top 20.
18 on that track.
That's fucking insane.
Toot my own horn, but yeah, like
fucking pat yourself on the back.
So that one that has been like one of the kind of unspoken, like that is also a goal of mine. Would be a huge goal is to hit DRL. But I mean, with Vanover and Evan Turner and Sky, like I honestly don't know if I have the reaction time. I just like to compete at that level because it keeps me sharp, makes me a better freestyle pilot, makes me a better cinematographer, and
I love it. I love it when Liftoff does the community races where they'll do the big tournaments. It's so much fun, and you can kind of see where you stand against everyone, and and you should hop in Goon Squad Discord on Fridays if you have time some night. The guys are always in there. Running Liftoff. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I got so serious about the sim last year that, like, my buddy Jonathan Imperius, that's super super fast, was like, "You got to get a better monitor, dude. Like, watching you run, you got to get a better monitor." So my computer's built as fast as I can, and I got a 165 hertz refresh rate monitor, so I can run the sim as fast as I can. And
it makes a big difference.
Practice. Yeah.
Yeah, input lag to your screen is huge.
Yeah. So, I mean, like, in a perfect world, they would just figure out how to make racing on DJI functional and everything would work functional. But I think
it's going to be HD0, man. I think HD0 for racing is going to be
promising.
Well,
yeah, it looks promising.
For race organizers, it's technically a lot easier because they can grab 8 HD0 receivers, nail them to a board, wire them
Yep.
to screens or whatever it is they're doing, and it's a wrap. With DJI, I mean, there's some awesome solutions like wide FPV to get digital off the goggle,
Or the
but
access box, yeah, for sure.
but then in many cases, then your pilot is actually tied to some cable, and they're not going to be comfortable. Whereas HD0, they can just pick it up and
Well, and the
fucking
big
send
thing
it.
was when Evan Turner went last year and won with HD0, and they didn't have to do anything to change their lap timer.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't have a single misread on his lap times.
Right.
He didn't have any interference with him, like getting shitty video or him stomping on other people.
Right.
And he was running 25 milliwatt digital video
Mm-hmm.
and running side by side with analog. So I think there is some promising stuff there with HD0. I think in the meantime, I don't have any reason to get rid of my analog shit just yet. So
right, and we'll see what happens.
Season will be analog.
With Orca coming along, we'll see what happens in the future there. But I mean, right now, I think for micro, especially for Whoop racing, HD0 again is you don't have a DJI that's small enough for most of these Whoops.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and so I just think. For now, anyways, I think like HD0's kind of found its niche there, and we'll see what happens with Orca, and I don't know what. Who knows what DJI's gonna do?
Yeah. I think switching back and forth will help keep the nuance of the goggles, like keep the novelty of it. I'll get all excited again after a couple weekends of racing, and then I got to go film something. And I'll throw the digital goggles on and be like, "Oh my god, I can see so good!" Because. My big concern was like going back and being like, I can't race with HDOs because I can't see on that tiny screen. But I think it'll be okay.
It doesn't bother me. Like I'm like
I have HDOs. That's fine.
I bounce.
Yeah, it's pretty immersive.
Because like Greg said, Greg talked about it, and I did the same thing. As I ended up scaling my DJIs down a bit because they're so big. The field, like the screen inside the damn goggles, is massive comparatively. So a lot of us scale it down. Bot in the house. What's up, Bot? Going from that to my analog rig, I don't really have any problems. I think, like I said, I think that Orca and HDO2 are the best analog you know what I mean, or can be, with the right RX, with rapid fire fusion, whatever. It's the best you can get, right? And it's fine. Like I said, the only thing that was ever unnerving for me about digital thus far is that frame drop that you mentioned. And like I said, for me, it seems to be more heat related than anything. But it is fucking unnerving.
I have great teachers. John helped me get it all set up. Chris helped point me in the right direction. John helped me get it set up. And we took it out and flew. And he was like, "This is what you're going to see. This is what it's going to do. This is when it's going to get bad. This is what you got to watch out for. Keep an eye on this." And it was a cool little transition into feeling like I can see.
That's the best part about this community in general, like having homies to fucking, like
shorten that fucking curve.
Yeah, because I mean, when first time I flew digital, like Risco is like, you might see a little micro thing every now and then. So he prepared me for it.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it was like when it actually happened, I was like, "Whoa, that's kind of weird." It didn't really freak me out because it came back fast enough, but it was still like,
I'm like, or like all the little things where like I feel for like guys that don't have homies like next to them that they get to do this with. Like I could get why like you can't get really excited about this if you don't have anybody else to share it with, because that's what half of it is about. And it's really cool. Like I could imagine how much more frustrating the whole experience would be if I didn't have like friends, but also smart friends. John and Chris are super smart dudes, and it's like really handy to have those two dudes to rely on for information. Because like if I can't figure it out, one of us will figure it out, and if we can't, then it can't be done. Right? Shout out to all those good friends. I'm just saying, like, if we can't,
if we don't know how to do it, Chad knows how to do it.
There you go.
Hey man,
I'm extending this.
I got a log for you.
The internet,
cast a wide net.
Yeah, the internet of friends too. Our wealth of knowledge through social media. But I mean, like the fact that I can get in my truck and drive over to where Chris is at and go get parts off of his shelf that he doesn't need. that has been a game changer for the FPV community. I mean, there for a long time, we were all running the same frames and the same motors and the same parts because they were all interchangeable. And I'm like, yo, I ordered parts, but it won't be here till Saturday. And he's like, here, take these. Give me those when they come in. And
right.
we did that for a lot of years too, because it helps keep everybody flying.
Exactly. Well, that's what I've always found. What I loved about this community is I started flying by myself. And then getting into groups of dudes and just crashing and being like, shit, well, this is my only quad. And then being like, no worries, here you go.
Somebody slap you
Get
something.
back in the
Yeah.
air. And that's always been the vibe I've had from everybody. So shout out to
And
all those good friends,
I mean,
smart friends for us Neanderthals.
One of the best feelings, you know, for me, whether it's giving somebody something to get in the air, or I just love helping people. The feeling of solving somebody's problem. Like if their quad does something funky and you like fucking sit down with them for a bit, figure it out. And like, I don't know, like I love problem solving and then the accomplishment that comes with it when you ultimately fix it or you have to say, fuck it. And it's not going to work.
Right.
but yeah, I mean, it's an amazing feeling.
Totally.
Shit, we're running late here. So, and again, apologies for the beginning of the show, guys. I don't know what the hell was going on, but
It's Chad's fault. It's all Chad's fault. It all worked out in the end, bud.
So,
weird.
It was weird. Yeah, it's been fine now. So let's see, chat. You got any more questions for DroneCo?
Last call for questions, all. Let's go.
So I think we have some questions. Yeah.
Well, I think we might have a little something special, a little lightning round.
So in honor of the FPV show and world's greatest drone pilots, Bot Rider in the house. Tonight we did for you guys a very special. So we'll start with Chris. We'll go Chris, Spoonie, John. All right. It's Chris, Spoonie, John. First one. Chris, props in or out?
Out.
Oh, out. I didn't know we were all answering the same question. Sorry.
Yes. All of you. Thick or skinny?
Skinny.
Thick.
Silicone or latex?
Silicone.
Yeah, silicone.
Pop or soda?
Soda.
Yeah, soda.
Damn right, soda.
Jack Nicholson or Heath Ledger?
Heath Ledger.
Jack.
Oh shit.
Nice.
VTX tables, yes or no?
Fuck no.
Fuck them.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. Not in this digital life.
Is a hot dog a sandwich? Why or why not?
Yes, it is.
Why?
Because it is so.
It's got meat and bread, man. It's a sandwich.
Fucking sandwich.
Got all the meats.
Yes. I'm going to say yes, technically a sandwich. Possibly a sub.
What else would it be, though? Oh, sub. Okay.
Possibly a sub. Wow.
Still a fucking sandwich, but
It's a sub sandwich.
All right. Pinch, thumb, or hybrid?
Hybrid?
Thumb.
Hybrid.
Oh, I'm a hybrid as well.
I'm all about these thumbs. I started on the Xbox controller. You can't pinch that motherfucker.
yeah, no.
Is it wrong for a vegetarian to eat animal crackers?
Yes.
Consensus?
No. I don't think there's any animal. Maybe. I don't know.
Is there animals in animal crackers?
Are they made of Impossible Burgers?
Are they-
That's wrong.
Are animal crackers made of real animals?
No, but there's got to be milk in them, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe they're soy boys.
That's a vegan or vegetarian.
But that's a vegan thing, right? Is it like,
Yeah.
or is it
No,
fucking soy
no
boy.
animal byproducts.
no animal bypass? All right, and last but not least, PAX top or bottom?
Top.
Ooh, this is hard.
That's
Well,
what she said.
yeah, but see, I go both ways.
I'm in luck, Arnie.
Also what she said.
Top for freestyle and filming, bottom for racing. I couldn't fly a racer with the top, no, back.
I could fly racer on top. That's why I'll leave.
No, I'd have to go both ways.
Boom.
You heard it here first, people.
I'm just gonna keep saying that.
DJ goes both ways.
Yeah, the internet, do with you what you will with that.
Timestamp that. Timestamp it.
Risco, I'm sure there's a remix in here somewhere.
Find it, get it.
All right, that
See
was
you next week.
That was our lightning round. We stayed up Monday night making this stupid audio sample until like 1 in the morning. Like I wasn't able to with a vocoder, and I'm like, we're like getting text to speech to try to make it say lightning round. Just like,
we listened to that probably a billion times.
We just looped it, and kept fucking with it. We're all smoking out, like laughing our asses off. Oh my god. All right, so I'm sorry. Was there any other questions in the chat? You guys, all right, Chris, you got anything you want to kind of?
No, thanks for having us on.
Yeah, man.
You guys are more than welcome to.
It was awesome.
Thank you guys for coming on. It was fucking awesome. Yeah, indeed. We're gonna hang out, watch videos for like a half hour. You're more than welcome to hang as long as you like. Spoonie, you got anything else you want to drop on the chat?
No,
knowledge bombs.
Fucking talked enough for all of us tonight, so
We loved it.
I think I'll probably bounce out, but I want to say thank you guys for having me, and it's an honor to be a part of Team DroneCo. And fucking Chris is dabbing it for Team DroneCo, so
damn right.
I'm gonna get on out of here, guys. But
right on, brother. Thank you so much for coming.
Yeah, thanks so much for coming, brother.
Such an awesome opportunity, and I really appreciate it, guys.
It was an honor to have you, brother.
Hey, man, absolutely.
Anytime you guys want to listen to me talk for fucking hours,
well, let's hang out and play some Liftoff, man.
Dude, send me a link.
Bet.
Send me a link. I'll click it.
Bet.
I'll
click
that shit.
Click the fuck out of it.
Later, guys.
Much love, homie.
Peace.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna hop off to you guys. Catch you boys later.
Right on, Chris.
Man. Chris, always a pleasure. Thank you so much, man.
Until next time.
Hey, hit your boys up at DroneCo. Go get your drones there today. He's got that special pre-order. Go get it.
Yep. Later.
Good night, brother.
Peace, brother.
John, did you have anything you want to leave us with tonight?
I'll hang out for a bit, man.
Fuck
Just
yes.
keep flying, man. Keep flying. Do good.
Do good. Don't suck.
And make sure that if you're buying a fucking GoPro every year, send them some footage. You got nothing to lose, right?
Nothing.
Right.
Fucking send it. Send that shit.
All right, what do we got for videos?
Let's see. Let me get rid of Game of
videos.
Quad. I like videos. Let me get rid of all this crap. All right.
Shout out to fucking John Solo for that win tonight on the Game of Quad.
Yes, sir. Congratulations to all our entrants this week. Y'all killed it. Keep fucking pushing. We'll see you next week on Game of Quad. First up, we got Jivo coming in with the video.
Oh shit, that deadly 9-year-old. Y'all watch out, dude. This dude is going to be running the game next year.
Option 1, I take a big crap. Option 2, I make it. Which one?
I get up, I get down, and I'm jumping around, and the rumpus and ruckus are comfortable now. Been a hell of a ride, but I'm thinking it's time to grow. So I got an apartment across from the park, put quinoa in my fridge, still I'm not feeling grown. Been a hell of a ride, but I'm thinking it's time to go.
Here we go.
So put your best face on, everybody pretend you know this song. Everybody come hang, let's go out with a bang. I'm way too young to lie here forever, I'm way too old to try. So whatever, come hang, let's go out with a bang. Feel like I'm gonna puke, cause my taxes are due. Do my password begin with a 1 or a 2? Been a hell of a ride, but I'm thinking it's time to grow.
Metronome.
Man, I'm up to something. Woody-la-dee-do, thank you all for forever coming. I hope you like the show, cause it's on a budget. So oodie-la-dee-do, yeah. Come on, here we go, yeah. Come on.
Here we go.
So put your best face on, everybody pretend you know this song. Everybody come hang. Let's go out with a bang.
Dab time.
It's dab time.
Damn right it is.
Or bong rip time if you may.
Let's go out with a bang. So put your best face on, everybody pretend you know this song. Everybody come hang. Let's go out with a bang.
Here we go.
So put your best face on, everybody pretend you know this song. Everybody come hang. Let's go out with a bang. I'm way too young to lie here forever. I'm way too old to try. So whatever, come hang. Let's go out with a bang.
Here we go.
Thanks for
Talk about
watching.
going
Please
out with a
subscribe
bang.
and like. Bye.
Oh shit, congrats, King Turkey. That was a nice haul.
Gotta love it when Amazon does that.
Reminds me of the time with some battery banks.
Yeah.
It just kept coming.
This thing would've been- My sister though, she got like a little vlog lamp thing. She got like a little ring light vlog lamp thing, and they sent her a case of them, like 12 of them or something. It was crazy. It was like they're pretty
I wish
funny.
they'd fuck up and do that for me.
Yeah, I know.
It
That was
happens.
ridiculous. Yeah. With something really hella like batteries would be cool. Motors would be good. Like a box of fucking motors.
What's up, you guys? So today's vlog, we're gonna make our own gaps. Something I've been meaning to do for a long time now. This is basic homeowner stuff. Check it out. Boom. Oh,
Jesus Christ.
yeah. So, everybody knows I clean my house a lot. I got some trees. This one's kind of like hangs down pretty low over my roof. it's time to get rid of that. Time to fix some stuff. And I think some pruning will make my yard a lot more pliable and the tree gaps for days. Let's cut some shit up. That scraggle bomb has already been kind of taken care of. I might cut it like flush with the roof because that thing will grow back real quick. But this little thing, this is the problem. Well, there goes all that. Big old bush gone. This probably isn't my safest move. That is a 16-foot extension ladder. I'm in my gap. This is my tree gap, actually, that I hit option. This one right there behind me. But I'm trying to prune up all these little scraggle pieces so we can make it fun. And it's good for the tree. Do your trees a favor. Trim them up. It is cold. All right, I have.
Oh, shut up.
Some trees. Super different, but it is different. Let's kind of try to explore that together, shall we?
Like them goggles.
3.5. Let's go though. Alright. So, I trimmed up this one. There's my normal tree gap right there. And I got rid of some of the scraggle so now I can hit that one also. Oh, that didn't work out so well. Alright, now this guy looks terrible, but he's less of a scraggle bomb. All this room up here.
All this room for activities. This is dedication and I love it.
Bonk. Bonk. And there's that guy.
Take notes, boys.
Trim your trees. It's like manscaping.
Exactly. It's a form of manscape.
Woo. Yes, we can. Oh no! I haven't trimmed that tree. This tree is a scraggle mess. The only reason I haven't trimmed it because I'm having a pool put in, so that tree's going to come all the way down.
Oh, somebody's gonna pull.
Got rid of some of the
You can drop your quads in it.
Yeah, that happens. Ask me how I
What's the over/under on Sparks making a video with a quad in the pool?
Opening the bets now.
You know, like what did it? It didn't work. That was prop. Yeah, it's prop. So my wife came home, and I had to get out of her way, so it kind of interrupted the whole flow of things. But that's it. Tune in next week.
Oh yeah, this is really awesome.
Perry Earl? What about the crypto disaster? Damn, Ethereum went up to 2,600 a day and dropped back down to 2,300. It's a bloodbath, I say. Make sure y'all tune in 2 weeks. We got C Wood FPV coming in our next guest. Hairspray for the win, Risco.
Use hairspray?
Printing, yeah. When you need it. I don't actually.
What do you use it for?
To make it stick to the bed.
Bed adhesion.
Okay, right.
When I print, when
he uses
What is
like
it called?
some glass cleaner, some sort of like it's what is it? There's a glass cleaner that you use that fucking leaves the perfect fucking finish for a glass bed.
It depends on which surface I'm
Is that like
printing
ammonia-based?
to.
Yeah.
Yeah. On my Garolite, I don't need anything. If anything, sometimes I need to add talcum powder so it doesn't stick.
Too hard.
Yeah. When I first started printing a glass, I always used hairspray. When I first started printing, I tried glue stick like everybody else, and it was just I didn't like it. Fucking Aquanet Extra Hold Unscented, the 80s hairspray like Risco was talking about. That's just perfect. You spray it on there, heat your bed up, let it dry, spray another layer on there, let it dry, and print. And then you can print a few times before you need to clean it off or whatever.
Oh, no kidding.
And it's not too messy, man. And you can wipe it off with I usually just get some alcohol on a towel and wipe it off every so often. But yeah, if you need a little extra, that's the shit. There's something in it that works really well.
Yeah. Had to tame that 80s hair, man.
For sure.
Back in the day, for sure.
I haven't had a haircut in like fucking 10 years.
Yeah, every time I think about growing my hair back out, I chicken out and fucking cut my hair. Will Brown says vodka works great. Use super glue. Yeah. We're gonna send your whole fucking glass bed.
Depends on which quad I'm flying. King Turkey.
Whichever ones
Mostly
are,
I fly.
whichever ones are busted.
Whichever one works. But mostly I like to fly T-motor. F60 Pros lately.
Been on those Emax motors. 2306 1900 kVs on my 5-inch.
I have another quad with T-Motor Blackbird props. I like the 2800 kV, the fucking lipo killers.
I'm running Kuriria Toa.
I also have a set of the Axis flying motors. Those are real nice.
I want to try
You liking
those out
those?
with a lifter.
I like them. I just haven't had a chance to fly them a lot because every time I fly that quad, something goes wrong with my fucking digital setup.
Yeah, Risco has every motor on his quad. He has all the motors, all the brands.
I was gonna tell him earlier he needs to do an X8 with like some fucking micro motors on top and some big ones on the bottom.
3815, or sorry, 3115s on the bottom and 1507s on top. Yeah, you gotta take the Rotor Risco to the next level. You gotta make the front two motors an entirely different stator volume.
Yeah, dude, that shit would be rad.
So you were playing around. Have you been playing around with props, different size or different pitch props, top and bottom? Like running? Are you running steeper on top or?
I was, but I broke them all now. So
I know, and they're going on vacation.
yeah, I only had a couple sets of the higher pitch, and I put the higher pitch on the bottom like it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
It flew really good. Like I've got the tune, I've got everything. I just need new ESCs in the thick.
To stop blowing them up.
That's all right because I'm going to take the motors and they'll go into the shock collar. And
Which one did you change the
I'll be
FC
able to
on? Was that the Sicario?
both of them.
Oh, you did change both of them now.
Oh. Yeah, both of them. And the fucking changing the one in Sicario got rid of a shit ton of noise.
Yeah.
Really?
That's the one you that's what you gave me the log for, right? Was the sick?
Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah, the thick's been fine. It's not a big deal. It was just after its one little crash, it started destroying ESCs and motors, and it did 2 sets before I was like, all right, well, fine, new flight controller.
Yeah.
Put a new flight controller in it, and then I found a solder on the bottom of my props, and I was like, where the fuck did that come from?
Shit.
And then it flew like 5 or 6 packs, no problem, and then it fucking popped another one. And I was like, yeah, it's done.
Yeah.
And you run the F40s or the you run the 40
which
amps?
They're supposed to have that. Yeah, they've got an 80 amp burst rate.
Right.
Like their specs are insane. But I don't know why I'm blowing them up right now on the thick. But I've never had them blow up on the Sicario. I've never even had the Sicario come back with 7 motors on. The thicks came back with 7 motors on like a dozen times now. I don't
Holy
care.
shit, man.
Wow. That's insane.
Yeah, I'm like, this Sicario was doing great. It's always came back with all 8 spinning. So.
Dude's ripping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is gnarly.
Oh, shit.
Oh!
Oh, shit, going backwards through that and then back forwards again and not fucking hitting shit. Bro.
That's pretty good.
That ain't
Momentum.
easy. Yep. Dude, it's all about momentum.
Yes.
Cool ass building.
Yeah, for real, man.
And that floor, you could just slide across that. That'd be so fun.
Right.
5-inch up front, 7-inch in the back.
The Rotor Risco mullet. Let's go.
Cutting the grass.
Use whoop motors on the. He wants to use. Yeah, dude, get an X8 flight controller and put whoop motors on it for maneuvering thrusters. That'd be fucking hysterical. Dude, we gotta code that. We could code that. We could mount them fucking whoop motors on the sides, like 2 on the sides, so you could push your quad left or right with a bunch of little fucking brushless whoop motors.
Yeah, you just need a little all-in-one board.
That'd be fucking hysterical. Just use it all in one. I got 2 ESCs. I got an all-in-one for whoops and a fucking proper one. That'd be fucking awesome.
So,
speaking of awesome, crazy shit, y'all see Jack Bear's jet quad that he made?
I see him keep teasing that. I didn't see the full finished product yet.
He's been flying it, although I haven't caught any video of Flippy Floppy yet that I'm aware of. Aw, shit, you're welcome, Will Brown. Hell yeah, see? Late night custom hexes. I'm just glad that shit works, bro. You haven't had any problems, nothing weird, right? After we got through everything. Yeah, Quad Mover did the jet quad, and Wendell, Jack Bear, he shotted him out, but they made a crazy version of it. Him and Seth Boring actually made it look like some crazy, almost like anime type ship. It's pretty cool. It's got little mini Gatling guns on it and shit.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, he used Quad Mover's basic frame, and then they ended up modifying it and changed a bunch of shit out. But Jack Bear's build is ridiculous. It just has a vibe and tons of LEDs in it. That's right, Risco. The best hexes are made at 5:30 in the morning. Donuts. I gotta finish my donut. Welcome back, Forevermore. Hope you had a nice nap. Oh shit. Well, where'd she share that?
Got a dad bod up here. Make sure you guys check out his Super Critical channel as well. He does a live stream. I'm not sure what day he does it. He announces it in his Discord, but he posts videos and rates them, kind of like a lot of other streams. It's pretty cool.
He's a ripper.
Mm-hmm.
I like those little arches. Those are cool.
Hell yeah. That was sick.
Oh, here we go. Yeah. Good shit. Woo. John, what 7-inch are you flying?
Other than the Sicario, just the Steez.
Running Steez?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I got some.
Awesome.
I need to build a 7-inch. I'm trying to decide if I should convert my 6-inch.
It's only a 6-inch.
Ah.
But it works. It works for 7.
My 6-inch Bandolero is potentially a target for me to convert to 7, but I haven't decided. Either that or I'm just going to try to find something all new.
Definitely recommend Project 399. My
Yeah, the Bandolero 7 would be pretty cool too. I don't know. I think I might have parts. I just never did.
I love my Bandolero as a 6-inch. I love the Bandolero as a 10-inch. I haven't flown one as a 7-inch yet.
I bet it's good.
Yeah, this
all the others are good. I bet that 7's good.
My 6 is probably one of my favorite quads ever.
I love the Steez, man. That's such a good fucking. I like that setup.
So that's 2 props, 2 pushers, 2 pullers, huh? That's crazy.
Yeah. Works good. I'm trying to get a different camera in it so that it.
I think I have one of those frames, or I did. Yeah, no, I did.
What motor?
I have 2. I had 2, but I drowned one. So I had to resurrect it.
Has Bill done?
Resurrecting gets harder and harder.
Has Bill done 6mm arms and 7-inch?
Yeah, they already were.
Oh, they were? Okay.
Yeah.
The 6-inch was still 4 originally, but.
Yep. But the 7s weren't.
That might be the move. I might just convert. My 6-inch motors are tired.
Yeah, if you got to swap out motors anyway, swap swap out ours.
Yeah, might be the move.
That is the move.
It's already got singles on it. It would just be like gink 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 gink.
I thought I had some here somewhere.
Asylum. Don't forget March. Oh hell yeah.
No. Yeah, I got an extra frame. I should do that too.
You should do that.
We got Team Hellfire coming in on March 2nd.
BQE.
BQE.
BQE, baby. You heard?
You heard? Yeah. Jinx.
We are your children, and we invoke thee this night. Hail, Satan.
Oh, fucking hell. I can't wait to have the Australian crew on here. It's going to be fucking hysterical. I can't wait.
That'll be a good time.
Shout out again to John and the fucking boys, man. Thanks for coming on.
Seriously, thank you for coming out. You guys are awesome.
It's
Thanks. It was fun. I think I was a little bit too high at first, but then I worked that out.
It happens, brother.
Never.
Every other set. Risco Tech had some family stuff and he couldn't make it. Shout out Tech, we miss you, brother. Hopefully he'll be back next week.
Be with us tonight. Place us in a position of sovereignty that we might look down upon our inferiors.
Ooh. But that's true. Awesome.
Good shit. Bumbleclat. Florida's looking cold this year, time of year. I'm fucking bummed you broke all the goddamn gem fans already. God damn it, John.
Oh, I still have 80/40s. I'm good. I don't have an 8-inch running right now.
You gotta get some more sent over.
The 7s were they were good, but I was fighting that gyro and everything.
Yeah. On the 10-inch, they're tuning out really well for me. Like, I was running bi-blades, and I had to tweak my tune for the tri-blades, but it was coming together pretty quick. I don't know, did you notice that they're much lighter than the regular 7-inch you were running? Did you bother to weigh them or anything?
I think they're a little bit lighter for sure. Yeah, this is fucking gnarly. Cool.
Those fucking 10-inch props are almost 5 grams lighter each, so it's like 20 grams.
Well, that's why I couldn't figure out why my stick was blowing motors after I put lighter props on it.
Right? Right?
All ZSCs are trouble. Trouble all around.
That's my philosophy of freestyle, Will Brown. This is Bomba Risco.
Spagooser, man. Bumbleclat.
Yeah, we don't usually see just freestyle videos. It's usually cinematic stuff. So it's nice seeing them rip like this.
Yeah, no doubt. I've seen Jeremy rip a few times, but yeah, a lot of the stuff he's produced this last year has been really cinematic. This last year or so.
I didn't even realize he can go this hard, to be honest.
I mean, dude, like half the tracks we fly and lift off he made. So I mean, you know, like some of them are pretty aggressive tracks. Oh shit. This is awesome. Oh, fuck. Nice fucking Mac. Every time I crash, my GoPro eats my footage, and it's depressing. I am not using the Hero Labs update. I'm still rocking an 8. Do they even have that for the fucking 8? I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They got labs.
I didn't know how far back they went with labs.
The session and the 7 and the 8, the 9 and the 10.
Session 5?
Yeah.
Why is the lab less likely to eat my footage? Because if it is, I'll try it.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
Every time I fucking crash, my GoPro freezes out, and it will act like it's still recording, but when I load up the media, it'll be like a freeze frame, and I won't get to see the crash. Like I understand.
The only time I hit the GoPro hard enough this last year was when I completely fucking disintegrated it. And it stopped about 5 seconds before.
Bro, I plowed that Bandolero into the fucking dirt a week ago. Fucking. But my GoPro went like 40 feet across the field, but it was still flashing red, and it was still counting time, like everything was fine, and I stopped it, turned it off, went home, put my footage in, and it was fucking a freeze frame, like not even that far into the pack, like.
Yeah, I've had that happen.
It was like
it's audio.
Yeah, it freeze framed like.
I don't do that on labs.
You don't do that on labs?
Not as much.
All right, I'll try it.
The 8 kind of had issues anyway, but I was starting to get on labs with the 8 anyway, and I don't think I had that problem afterwards.
I'm gonna have to try it, man. Maybe that's the fix. Fuck, I'll try. I'll fire it up tomorrow and see what happens. Oh, what's this? The Bubster?
You can do cool shit. You can put like histogram and shit on the screen.
Right on.
Got Bubby FPV playing Forza.
I just cha. Yeah, the QR codes would be helpful. I just spent a bunch of time setting up profiles on the damn thing.
Yeah, I still do that too.
I'll tell you, that's the one thing I love about my Blackmagic is the way their preset system. Do you use that shit on your 4K?
I haven't. I don't know. It's been a while
That's
since
Bubby
I used
again.
4K.
Oh no, this is 30 minutes. Hi, FPV mama. Bye. Back to Zoom. Sorry, I got distracted. What was that, John?
Well, I don't know what we're talking about, man.
Oh, have you used the presets on your Blackmagic camera? And does the Panasonic do anything like that?
Which presets?
Well,
I have the BGH one. Yeah, I have 3 different ones that are just. I got 4K 60, and I have a 1080 240, and then I have 4K 30. So I have 3 different modes set up.
Do you know how many you can save?
I don't know.
Right on. Because the
maybe 3.
The Blackmagic, you have the function buttons that you can assign to different shit, right? But then you actually have like total camera setups. Like you can set every fucking thing to something and then save it and name it. And I wish that was on every goddamn camera. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's such an awesome feature because, like,
I set up a couple buttons, but I just used them for false color or fucking focus peaking or some shit.
Yeah,
like
that's pretty much what I use my buttons for as well. But the thing that bummed me was that when I was shooting on my cinema stuff, my cinema rig, at one point I decided to do some time lapse. And then I put the camera down, and then I decided I wanted to shoot some other video, and the time-lapse setting is buried. like a couple pages back, and there's no indicator on the freaking screen. It doesn't tell you like there's a frame rate change or anything. It just, and so I shot a bunch of shit, and then I looked at it. It was all fucking time lapse. So after that, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna make presets. So I made a time lapse preset, and then like a anamorphic preset, and then like 6K, 4K, all that shit.
So like the BGH1 doesn't even have a screen, man. So it's like use your phone or a monitor,
right?
But it's kind of funny that way. I shot a bunch of 240 accidentally because I didn't know what the fuck I was shooting in.
Right.
Yeah, I bet that's kind of confused. What's the app like? Is it relatively easy to operate, or is it
it's pretty cool because you can I can do like focus speaking through the app.
Mm-hmm.
So I can adjust my focus real quick, which is all I really need to do, and I can change the aperture and all the camera settings, and then hit record from my phone. And
That's
then when I come back, I just hit stop on the camera.
Excuse me.
That's insane.
And
it works pretty good.
Do you know what screens are supporting it via Bluetooth at this point? I've been interested in that. I'm torn right now because at some point I want to buy a square form factor camera, for flying. But I've been really torn on that in the Z-Cam, to be honest.
I like it. It's kind of cool. It's just nice and light.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, I think for me, my dream come true is if Blackmagic would update their micro cam to at least 4K, because that thing is fucking tiny.
They make a 4K micro.
No,
I don't know why nobody uses it.
No, they don't. It's only 1080. They don't have a 4K.
No, there was a 4K. I'm sure there was because I saw it one day and I was like, bullshit. This doesn't exist.
Nah, there's
never. See if I can find it.
There's never. If you find it, I would. Because everybody on the Blackmagic community every other day is making a post being like, I wish they'd update the 4K to or the micro to 4K.
There was a reason that I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I could be totally wrong.
Well, shit. I think that's it for us.
Infamous FPV, what up, dude?
What up, Infamous? I just want to say thank you. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Everybody hung out with us tonight. Thank you so much for coming in, supporting the stream, supporting DroneCo. We love you.
Yeah.
We appreciate y'all.
Thank you.
Thank you again, John, man, for coming on and hanging out.
Oh,
and
yeah.
sticking it out,
Yeah.
man.
I got a link for you, Chad. I got a link for you.
Send this thing over.
I'm sending it right now, buddy. Right there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's in the chat.
Maker tech. It's in that chat.
Got him.
All right, wait. We're gonna look at this here really quick. Oh, I opened it up like 5 times over there.
I don't.
That's the studio cam. It doesn't record.
No?
Nope. It doesn't record internally. I know. That's why we're all waiting.
Can't you record externally?
You could record if you wanted to like run an Atomos or something, but I doubt the HDMI even puts out 4K. It might, but I don't even know.
It would have to, right?
Like, dude, it does so much shit through that expansion port. You can wire it to UARTs and control the camera through.
Well, the regular micro cam, you can do all that shit. That's why we're all like, dude, fucking release. Like, they need to take the studio cam sensor, chuck it in the micro body, and we're golden. Like, seriously, like that's like what everybody's been bugging out for, because that micro cam at 1080 is a G. You know what I mean? And it's like 3 inches squared. There's nothing to it, and you can wire it up, like you said, to the fucking UART and stuff, and run the whole thing off your flight controller.
That would be gnarly as fuck.
But they're about due for a refresh. Everybody's already clamoring right now. It would be fucking fat. Well, John, you got anything else for us?
No, man. Thanks for having me on. Thanks for having us on.
Of course. Thank you guys for joining us.
Yeah, for sure.
Demons, we'll see you in a couple of weeks, mate. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, that'll be a good time too. Hell yeah.
All right, well we'll drop the we'll play the intro videos again since that was a train wreck, and we'll see you guys. We'll see you guys next week, and send it. Have a great week, y'all.
Hey,
we can talk. Pow! Play the first spin we did.
My name is Spencer, and this is my story. The story of how FPV saved my life. On October 17th, 2016, after a long run of drug addiction and mental health issues, I attempted suicide in the form of a drug overdose. My wife found me unconscious and rushed me to the hospital, where I was resuscitated several times and stabilized for days. When I came around, I was confused and unsure of how my life would look moving forward. As 2017 began, I was struggling to find something to bring purpose to my life. I play a lot of video games. I tried to get back into old hobbies. Everything I did reminded me of my life before, the one riddled with drugs and depression. And this went on for most of last year. Sometime in September, I stumbled across FPV drone racing while watching YouTube. I was drawn in by the fast-paced action and the sensation of flying. After looking deeper into this awesome new hobby, I saw a video titled FPV Drone Racing for under $300. I bought everything on the list and started practicing on a simulator while I waited for my eSheen Wizard X220 to arrive in the mail. I flew every day, recharging one battery between flights. I was instantly hooked. I found what I was looking for, something to keep my attention, a creative outlet. I was content, and I didn't think it could get any better. And that's when I met my first friend in the hobby. I didn't know that there was anyone in my town that was flying these things because I had shut down all of my social media accounts in October 2016 after leaving the hospital. No Facebook, no Twitter, no Instagram, no Snapchat. So I didn't know that there was anyone else in Grand Junction that flew RC quads. So I searched YouTube, and that's when I found Chris. Mr. Westside FPV. I dropped my phone number in a comment on one of his videos, and I received a text shortly after. When we met, I was nervous, and that's because I don't ever like feeling like the noob. But Chris never made it about that. He was just super willing to share whatever he could. Skills, tools, parts, whatever. He just wanted to make it fun and get another drone up in the air. Fast forward a year. October 2018. I have so many friends based around this hobby that I have met through Chris. People that share my interest in these awesome little flying machines. I feel a part of something, and I now can contribute spare parts, tools, skills to help others. Because at the end of the day, it really is just people helping people, but it's based around an awesome, adrenaline-packed, addicting hobby.
feel your touch against my lips. Brush. I feel the moment as it slips. Or with the sound of the beat that's in your soul. Just let the music take control.
My name is Chris. Because our stories are so similar, Spencer and I decided to collaborate on this project. I discovered FPV 2 years ago and instantly fell in love with flying these amazing toys in unreal locations and putting together edits to share with the community. Because at the end of the day, this hobby is great because of the people. Spencer and I are not alone in this either. I've met so many people and their stories are always similar. FPV is about the community and we welcome everyone. So get out there, find a local flying club, and come see for yourself how drones save lives.
Couple twans for Sean and Don. Good night, y'all.
Sword of omens, give me sight beyond sight.